Well, hello everyone. How is everybody doing? It's been a while. Been a while since I've been here. Trying to figure out how to do this deal. StreamYard looks completely different now. Oh my goodness, it looks completely different. So, anyway, what's everybody been up to? Me, I've been working so much overtime. That is the reason why I've not been here. That also going on a bit of a health journey. Been losing some weight. Been doing that. No longer drink. No longer drink regular Pepsi. I do nothing but zero if I end up drinking Pepsi or if I drink any kind of soda. I've been drinking water. Been being healthy. Hey, what is happening, Nick? First person in the room. First person. What's up, AZ Mick? How are you doing, Pinky? So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. So that's the reason why I haven't been around, actually. But I'm back for a short bit. Right now, while I'm not doing any kind of overtime or anything of that sort, so. Coke Zero. So I think I've actually become pretty much like a boring person. More of a boring person than I think I used to be. Not that I was that interesting of a person before. But so what have I been missing, man? What have I been missing over here in YouTube land? Pinky kind of gave me like the gist of what was going on, but what's been going on over here, I think in the vinyl music community. What have you guys been up to? What's everybody been up to? What have I been missing? You guys need to let me know. Have I been missing any major drama? Anything of that sort? What is up, Mike? How are you doing? Nick's like, we're all boring, Dusty, and old. I get that, man. My new job is great, though. I'm doing great at the new job. Plenty of overtime hours. Lots of overtime hours. Overtime hours have been completely sick, but the job is actually quite an easy job. So it's like you could do 10 hours like nothing, So been doing 10-hour days Monday through Saturday, with only Sundays off. But luckily now we're going to actually end up going into not having overtime for the next month and a half. Then they're already warning us we're going to go back into overtime. Thing is, I work for a company where we're grading baseball cards, grading Pokemon cards, grading all kinds of sports cards, all kinds of different trading cards, and we have a massive backlog. And what happened was we had a massive backlog of like 20 million cards. So we stopped taking in value cards. And when we stopped taking in value cards, what basically ended up happening was they announced it. And when they announced it, all the trading card nerds freaked out, and they gave us an additional 4 million cards. So it was 24 million cards in the backlog. And then I found out this past week that we just accumulated 2.4 million cards. So, oh, look who's here.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how to set up things because StreamYard was telling me I had to enter in numbers, which I did.
Like I said, I haven't even messed with StreamYard in so long, I forgot how to even freaking use it. Hey, what's up, Mesa? Long time no see.
I was trying to figure out how to log into comment, and it keeps giving me the runaround. Oh, okay, StreamYard already has some access, right? But it's not letting me oh, there we go. I'm going to say hello, everyone. Did you hear what happened at Warped Tour this week?
I heard something somewhat of some guy getting sick or getting hurt or something like that sort happened, something like that. I don't know.
I'll explain what happened. So, I think it was during Thrice's set.
Okay.
A guy got hit in the face with some combat boots. And sadly, because he was in the mosh pit. He was in the mosh pit, and someone hit him in the head with combat boots, and he died.
Oh, he died? Fuck. Okay, well, because I was about to say, that's not fucking news. You go to a fucking gig and get kicked in the head with combat boots. It's like, come on, build a tougher skin. It's like, what the fuck? But he died?
He ended up getting a brain injury, and his family updated the GoFundMe, or his brother updated and said that he died. Because, like, the most common thing that has happened at Warped Tour is a lot of people get heat stroke because it's hot. You're out there with a bunch of people. But he died 2 days ago. Wait, was it 2 days ago? Yeah, he died. Wow, crazy. 2 days ago, he passed.
That is fucking crazy. Was it like a steel-toe boot or something of that sort?
I don't remember. They just said combat boots and that it was thrice. I like thrice.
It had to have been a steel-toe boot.
It had to, because I've gotten hit in the head before when I was a kid by a bike.
We know.
And other things. Everybody knows.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, we know, but I'm just saying, getting hit in the head, you can, for a minute, you black out. And so he blacked out, and they thought everything was okay, and then he ended up on a respirator. Oh, this was the Long Beach one. This was
it was the Long Beach.
The Long Beach Warped Tour. Yeah. He was going there to have fun with his friends, going to see Thrice, and then he loses his life.
Nick's all hot at Warped Tour. I did 2 of them for 2 months each.
Oh my god!
But that's different. But it's different. You were an artist, so they made sure that you had water and you had all your fruit and your cantaloupe and your watermelon to make sure that you stayed healthy.
No, they didn't. They didn't let us bring in the 2006 or 2007 Warped Tour. I went to both. They didn't let us bring water. You had to buy water at the Warped Tour. They didn't let you bring your own water in.
Well, I'm thinking that I don't know if it's California law or what it is now, but I know that now they have to provide some kind of water.
No, they have to, because what happened is at a Warped Tour, I forgot which state it was, a guy died of heat stroke. And so now Warped Tour made it a rule that they provide water for people.
I know that I'm going to be going to Darker Waves this year. I'm already paying off my tickets, but the thing is, with the headliner is fucking Morrissey, so he's probably not going to show up.
He's not. He's going to be, it's like too hot for him.
Yeah, no, it's in November.
Yeah, but still, he might have an excuse saying it's too hot or it's too cold.
Well, look what happened at the Funk Greek Theater. He turned around and said that it was too cold. He said it was too cold. It was too cold, and I can't go on. It's freezing out here. The cruel California cold weather. So what the fuck's going to happen at freaking Darker Waves? He's going to be it's going to be in the middle of November in fall at the beach.
Who's headlining?
At the beach where it's cold.
Who's headlining that
Morrissey.
show?
Morrissey's headlining.
Morrissey? Who else is playing?
I forgot who else is playing, but it's look it up, Miss Google. Look it up.
I'll look it up.
I know that he wasn't the main draw for me. I do like Morrissey. I'm not going to bag on him. I do like him, but I'm not really planning on him showing up. You know. Air conditioned bus was nice. I bet it really was.
Me and my sister want to go.
Frenchie Frostbite, how you doing?
Me and my sister want to go see the Jimmy Eats World format tour at the Hollywood Bowl, because they're gonna do Bleed American in its entirety, which is one of my favorite albums, and then Format's gonna do Dog Problems, which is also great. Can you believe it's been 25 years of Bleed American? Crazy, but. Yeah, my sister was like, "Are we going?" I was like, "You know it." Me and my sister Angela, we both like emo, but my sister Angela never dressed up emo, but she loves Jimmy Eats World and all that stuff and Format.
I listen to a lot of Sirius XM at work.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I get tired of just having my Spotify or Amazon Music on and having just playlists. But I listen to First Wave, and First Wave is mostly it has a lot of 80s alternative and stuff like that, stuff like that. It's hosted by Richard Blade for so many hours out of the day. But he's been talking about the tour that I really wish I had gone to see, because the way he hyped it up sounded like it was really fucking great. It was Howard Jones' Things Can Only Get Better tour. So it was Howard Jones, Modern English, Wang Chung. Not too excited about seeing them. Who else was it? There was one other person. Modern English, Wang Chung, Howard Jones. Oh, General Public.
Okay.
So, but it sounded like a pretty good tour. I mean, the tickets were cheap.
Yeah.
So
I like cheap
tickets
shows.
were cheap.
Okay, guys, we're gonna read who's playing at Dark. Oh, I know Circuit. Space Hog. I know Space Hog.
Christian Death is going to be there too, but it's the
Yeah.
Valor version, so fuck them.
Hey, Marky Ramone.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mariachi El Bronx. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cold Cove, Trust. I've heard of Trust. It's basically a mixture of people. Genie.
Yeah.
I can't read what this band is, but it's in gold letters. That I can't read. The Motels.
Yeah, the Motels.
The Sounds. I've heard of them. They're a band from Sweden. I can't read that. Some of these I can't read. My eyesight.
It's gonna be a huge show. But the thing you have to understand when you go to Darker Waves, like when I went to it the last time, is you got to kind of like pick and choose who you're going to see, because you have 2 stages, and you have to run back and forth. So it's like you're running back and forth between 2 stages. So you kind of like got to pick and choose who you're going to see at what time. Like I think last year, it's like I had to make a choice between OMD and somebody else. And I remember, I forgot who it was, but it was somebody pretty big that I missed because I wanted to see OMD. Because I hadn't seen OMD since like 1988 at the fucking Concert for the Masses with Depeche Mode. So
this list of bands are okay. Mm-hmm. I like Simple Minds. I like Soft Cell. I like the Psychedelic Furs. I like Gary Newman.
Yeah. I've never seen Gary Newman, but from what I've seen from videos and I've heard from other people who've seen, they said Gary Newman is a fucking awesome show. He's a great show. But I've never seen him live. Never seen him live.
I mean, in terms of festivals, I've been to Warped Tour. I've been to FY Fest. And I know you have to pick and choose. Like when I went to Warped Tour, I had to pick and choose who's my favorite that I wanted to see. So I remember we were walking, and it was hot. Machete Girl went, and we were walking, and they were playing Hey There Delilah, and I screamed at the guy, I fucking love your song. Have you been in New York City? He looked at me, and the lead singer was like, this fucking biatch.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, like, this time, last year for Darker Waves, it was kind of hard for me because, the weight and stuff like that. I mean, I've lost like 15 pounds right now, and I'm sure I'm going to lose a lot more before then. So it's like, and it's a lot easier for me to move now. So I'm probably going to have a lot easier time running between stages to see different bands and stuff like that. But there's certain bands I've seen, like the Motels. I've seen them multiple times. Psychedelic Furs, I've seen multiple times.
I mean, this list isn't bad. This list isn't bad. I mean, the main act, Smashing Pumpkins and Morrissey. If I had to choose between Morrissey and Smashing Pumpkins, it's pretty obvious who I would go see. Smashing Pumpkins, because in high school I played that album, their first 2 albums. I played those first 2 albums a lot. I love Today in 1979 and Tonight. To tell
you the truth, they're probably both going to play at the same time. I can guarantee you the Smashing Pumpkins and Morrissey, because they did that same shit last year. Like I said, it was Tears for Fears and somebody else. They both played at the same time. And I was like, I went with Tears for Fears because I wanted to see them. Because I hadn't seen them since Songs from the Big Chair. So I was like, so they definitely were the ones who were like top on the list. So I think if I had to choose between Morrissey and Smashing Pumpkins, I'm going to go with Smashing Pumpkins because I haven't seen Smashing Pumpkins. I haven't seen Smashing Pumpkins since the Melancholy tour.
Yeah, I mean,
during
Smashing
the 90s.
Pumpkins is great. I mean, if I was there, I would choose Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, I don't go to much festivals anymore. I went to like 2. One festival, I ended up almost getting heat stroke, and that was pretty crazy.
You know what? Actually, to tell you the truth, Mason, I think the only time that I stream is when I'm at. I use like I said, Spotify, SiriusXM. Only time I stream is when I'm at work. Because and in the car. Like remember the other day in the car, Lisa, we were streaming. We were streaming.
Yacht rock.
We were yacht rocking. So it's like that's mostly what I use. I mean, but when I'm in the house, it's purely physical media usually. All CDs. All CDs and stuff, and So it's usually always like CDs and stuff like that. Usually in the house, it's all physical media. When I'm in the car, it's all streaming, of course. And when I'm at work, it's all streaming, of course. Hey, what is happening, Mr. Brad?
I'm gonna
Good
bring
to see
this up.
you.
I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm sure other people will. But you know whose career is over with now?
Who?
Jared Leto.
I watched a little bit of that documentary. I watched a little bit, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" You know what? Though I mean, okay.
Yeah.
This is my opinion on the whole thing when it comes to Jared Leto. Okay, not saying it's right, but had this been 30 years ago or 40 years ago,
yeah,
people would have turned a blind eye because let's be honest, David Bowie, Jimmy Page, all those motherfuckers were doing this shit.
Yep.
And they just didn't have the internet to do it on, and they didn't have the internet to save a footprint, a digital footprint of what the fuck they were doing. That's all it was. It was all word of mouth. So it's like, you know, him getting, I mean, fucking Jared Leto's fucking weird anyway. I've always felt like he was weird.
I mean, you know what? When it was announced, I was like, I'm not fucking surprised because I always got that kind of weird, you know, with some people you get that weird vibe from them. Like, you know, like they've probably done weird shit. Well, people were asking, why did those people wait so late to come forward? I think, you know, the thing about it is having people believe your story. If people are going to be like, she didn't get fucking assaulted by Jared Leto. And then she would, you know, be shoot away from people, but it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not surprised. Jared Leto's a creep. Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, because Jared Leto, I'm sure he's a control freak, and he's got all kinds of other like shit going on. I mean, if your own fucking brother quits the band, you got a problem. You know. Yeah. So didn't his brother quit?
I think so. I don't know.
Or was it? No. It was the guitar player. Was his brother's still there?
No,
his brother's
Shannon's
the drummer.
Still there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My bad.
But it's like, you know. Am I going to get rid of the album that you gave me from them? No, I like the album. I mean, yeah, he's a creep, but that album is like a masterpiece.
Why, thank you, Trish.
Emo, but...
You know, well, I was just like thinking, I have so many freaking 30 Seconds to Mars, you know, freaking albums because I really fucking liked his music. You know, I really did like his music. The latest album was kind of cult looking, though. The packaging and everything.
This is my favorite 30 Seconds to Mars album, A Beautiful Lie.
We said, hold on just a moment.
It's a beautiful album. I mean, you know the thing about it is, yes, you got to separate the artist from the music. And yes, what Jared Leto did to those girls were not right. And I'm not sitting here on stream condoning what Jared Leto did to those girls. But I can still sit here and say that this is a great album, despite the fact that Jared Leto is 100% a creep. And we know he's a creep. But you know, the reason why I bring it up is because there's so many things that I've you know, heard happening recently that I was like, I should bring that up.
I mean, like you have to think about it. Come on now, that is a freaking emo classic right there.
Yeah, it is.
Emo fucking classic. This is a great fucking album. You know,
the Song to Kill is great.
I mean, this album is fucking awesome back to back. You know, but this, like I said, great freaking era.
Does the record
the debut album? The debut album, fucking, this was definitely fucking great fucking album. But the thing that I was gonna say is, this was when he started getting culty.
Yeah.
Because look that's when they started this fucking logo that everybody's got tattooed on them that's in his cult.
Yeah.
That's when he started getting culty. Now the thing on top of that also is the album cover started looking culty. Because look this is when you start getting shit like this.
Yeah, it's very hipster.
Yeah, well, no, it's culty.
It's culty.
It looks culty. The art is cult looking.
The cover just reminds you of those T-shirts that have the names on it, and that's all.
I mean, look it was starting to get culty. He was starting to use like imagery, you know, like logos and stuff like that. That were kind of like.
I only like their first few albums when it comes to 30 Seconds of Mars, because when 30 Seconds of Mars came out, I like to say the sweet spot of emo was 2006. Anything from like 2000 to 2006 or 2008 ish was when emo music was good. You had 30 Seconds to Mars, Fall Out Boy,
And I haven't bought an
Hawthorne
album
Heights.
since this one. I haven't
Thank you,
bought an
Bass
album since
Hunter.
this one. Yeah, this was the last album I freaking bought. This one because like I said, when I opened it, it looked kind of cultish inside.
Well, he had a cult, didn't he? Had
Yeah.
like a cult that people were actually joining.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, yeah. I mean, you have to think about it. The guy's walking around dressed like he basically looks like Jesus.
you
You
know,
know.
you know the thing about it is, I think the creep factor for me, he's always kind of been kind of
Hmm.
creepy to me, and the fact that I think he had mentioned to his publicist, "My
Hmm.
career is over with." It's like Jared Leto. The last movie that Jared Leto did
Hmm.
was a Tron movie. Because the original
Tron
Tron,
Ares.
yeah, the
Hmm.
original Tron, I think, if correct me if I'm wrong, the original Tron had Jeff Bridges, right?
Yeah, but the thing, I mean, the original Tron didn't have any kind of social commentary or anything of that sort. Not that I
No,
like being spoon fed my social commentary, because I mean, I am, I do lean left. I am a liberal, but I do not like being spoon fed my social commentary. I don't like
no,
it. And I felt that the new Tron Ares was trying to spoon feed me,
yeah. I
social
mean,
commentary. So
the
I was kind of turned off by
second,
it.
the second Tron, I do have the
Hmm.
soundtrack to the second Tron because the
Hmm.
soundtrack is completely done by Daft Punk. So
Yeah.
I bought that about maybe six or because I love Daft Punk. And I saw the movie. It wasn't bad. The first and second Tron wasn't bad. The third Tron, I tried to watch it, and yeah, I was just like, no, I couldn't get through it. I couldn't get through it.
Let me see. Trish said, Jesse curses more than Mazzy, dear God. I really did not notice how much I curse. I do. I guess I do curse a lot, don't I? My bad. I'm like, oh. And he says, I'm still breaking it in, but so far it drives the effortlessly. I also
Oh,
don't have the humming issues with my Riga. Nice.
nice.
Nice, nice, nice. Let me see. That does raise the question, when was emo punk music not mainstream anymore? I'd say probably around the late 2000s. Some might say earlier than
I
that,
would
possibly even
say
later.
I would say the last great emo record was when the Black Parade came out in about 2006 ish. Because to
Hmm.
be honest, well, that's what in my opinion. I think that was the
Hmm.
last great album that was of the emo genre.
I think it was the pinnacle, but I don't think it was like the end,
It
you
wasn't
know.
the end, of course, because then you have bands
Hmm.
like Bring Me to Horizon, Water Parks, You Had Me at Six.
Hmm.
Also, a lot of people like this one band called Sleeping with Siren. Not Sleeping with Sirens. What are they called? There's this one band from the UK. They don't show their face. Sleep Token. So no,
Hmm.
the genre didn't end. But as far as like really good emo records, no, not really,
I
not
do
really.
not like Sleep Token. I'm one of the few people, I guess, that
I
does not.
never
Because, I
got
mean,
into them either.
yeah,
I
I'm
never
not too
got
much
into
for it.
them. Okay, I changed my mind. I also really like Collide with the Sky by Pierce the Veil. I think that came out in 2009.
Mm.
But no, Sleep Token is one of those groups people are like, oh my god, you gotta check out Sleep Token. And to tell you the truth, I'm not big on them. I'm just not really into it. Maybe it's because I think there is a better emo group in the UK called Bring Me to Horizon, which I think is better than Sleep Token.
Let me see. Well, yeah, you could say that, Lisa, but All Time Low did have an emo punk staple with Dear
Well,
Maria.
yeah, that is the most overrated punk song, and yes, I do own
Hmm.
that album. It is the most, in my opinion, every time I hear "Mom," it wasn't a phase. They play that song, and
Take a breath. 'Cause I know shit. That's what I was going to say.
sorry, sorry, I
You're
got a
like,
little excited. I got a little excited when you talk about something I know.
DJ Trish said, okay, time for bed. Good night, Trish.
Night, Trish.
But you have to think about it. Basically, like, emo punk, if we were going to talk about emo, is basically a lot of it started with a lot of other like punk bands who were starting to go for the pop punk sound, like Jawbreaker, stuff like that, from like the mid to late 90s.
I mean,
So there's a lot
also
of
you can even go the early '80s too.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of bands for
not
these.
early 80s, like
Mm-hmm.
you can go to the late 80s. There's a band, I can't remember their name, from the late 80s, and then you can even go as early as Fugazi.
That's what I was going to say. I think that I can honestly say that I think that Ian MacKaye fucking created the emo genre.
Yeah,
single-handedly, he fucking created it.
And then there was another band in the 90s that I think was part of the, I would call and say they were part of the emo genre, Sunny Day Real Estate.
Yeah.
I like Sunny Day Real
definitely.
Estate.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like early 2000s, there's a band that I like called the Get Up Kids. A lot of people don't know them, but I like them.
But the problem is that like after 2005, which was the pinnacle of the fucking music, after 2005, it just got too fucking whiny. I'm sorry, just like Blink 182. Blink 182, I'm sorry, but they were just like, I can't.
Well, after
I can't. Fuck no, I can't.
2003, after 2003, I would say that Blink 182 kind of fell off. After they did that one album with the blue and pink cover, that was the last album I liked from them.
Talking about Enema of the State?
No. It was the one with Stay Together for the Kids, and I'm trying to remember the name.
Oh yeah, fucking commercial.
But their album Neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
It was decent. It wasn't their best, and then when Tom left the band, it was like
New Order and The Cure definitely influenced them. Yeah, basically, New Order just did it with synthesizers, and The Cure, of course. I mean, come on now.
I mean, if you listen to A Forest, it just got very emo vibes. A Forest. To me, it does. It got like
I guess. Emo. In your opinion, I can see that. Yeah, but I mean, for me, it's more gothic. But
Lullaby by Cure, also maybe.
I don't like that fucking video. I'm an arachnophobe, so I don't fucking like it.
Just Like Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are songs that are very poppy.
Speaking of, has New Order already been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Weren't they supposed to get inducted this year, or has that already happened? I don't even fucking pay attention anymore.
Is that in October?
Is it in October?
Wait, let me see. When do they do the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
New Order is getting inducted as New Order / Joy Division, which is unusual. They don't usually always do that.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like one or the other, because they'll end up saving, I think the thing is, I think they're going to do the both of them together, because I think they figured New Order, if they don't let Joy Division at the same time, Joy Division is never going to get a chance again,
Okay, according to this, it's going to be on the 9th of November.
Okay. Yeah, I can kind of agree. Just simply going to be thinking all those small things is still alive. Yeah.
It is.
Tracker!
But it's overplayed. It's overplayed. Even as a Blink fan, I can say it's overplayed.
There you go. We said, you know what? Now that Trekker's here, I think Mason picked the song. There you go, Trekker. You need to do the diaper dance and all the small things. You need to do the diaper dance to all the small things. I think it would go viral. It's a viral hit. It has all the elements of a viral hit. All the elements of a viral hit. But yeah, who else is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year?
I don't know. I got a request for you, Trekker. Can you dance to like Man Eater by Hall & Oates? I don't know. I feel like that'd be funny.
Uh-oh.
I know that. I also know that who else is getting, besides New Order, isn't some R&B artist getting inducted? Isn't Sade getting inducted? Or did that already happen? Oh yeah, Phil Collins is inducted. That's right. My dad said why they took him so long.
What the hell happened here?
Oasis, I don't care for Oasis. Luther Vandross hasn't been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh my God! What the hell just happened? I swear to God, this StreamYard is just like so funky now. I don't even get it.
I don't care about Blink 182's latest album. I get it. It was their album where Mark decided he wanted to be less of a fucking pussy and join Blink 182 again. It's like, I get it. Mark had cancer. Tom felt bad. They all settled their shit. And they're now a band again.
Let's
Billy
see
Idol.
here.
Billy Idol is there too.
Okay, let's see now. Who's here this year? Okay, so this year, the class of 2026 is Phil Collins, Linda Creed, Celia Cruz, Billy Idol, Iron Maiden. Fuck, finally. Come on now.
Finally.
Joy Division, New Order. Fela Kuti. I thought that Fela Kuti was already in. I could have sworn.
No.
Arif Martin, MC Light. Come on now. Why does she got to be there? It's like,
It's like, why is Luther Vandross in there?
Jimmy Miller, Oasis. Fuck me. Goddamn. Really?
Well, they've been a band for 25 years.
Yeah, like Graham Parsons should have already been in. Quentin Latifah. I mean, there's so many other people. When it comes to the rap stars, I'm always going to be one of those people that says there were so many other people that should have got in before them. I'm sorry. This is the way it's going to be for me forever. Whenever they announce like some rap stars getting in, I'm gonna be like, no. You know. Let me see. Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin should have been in for the longest time too.
Yep.
So, let's see. Hey, Jason, how you doing? I'm glad Luther Vandross is getting in. Yes, that is nice.
I mean, it's nice, but I'm gonna go on my rant train for a minute. Luther Vandross is not fucking rock and roll music. He's R&B. Like, put him in the R&B Hall of Fame.
I'm kind of feeling, actually, with Phil Collins going in, it's almost like it's kind of like the kiss of death. Is what it feels like to me.
But Phil Collins should be in there because he's paid his dues with Genesis and he's paid his due as a solo artist. I feel like Phil Collins deserves it.
Maybe some other time, Jason, because right now I don't think we're going to be up for that long. So,
no.
Yeah, maybe some other time. I'll do another stream or something like that, and I'll have some people up and stuff like that.
Hello, Jason.
But yeah, Phil Collins, I feel like it's the kiss of death that they're they're putting him in. It's like, why wasn't he in already? But isn't he in with Genesis?
I don't know, but the thing about it is, if we can let people like Jay-Z in, might as well let people like Phil Collins in. If you let Jay-Z in.
Oh, exactly. It's like, okay, like, come on now. MC Light. MC Light, think of like so many other people that are so deserving that aren't in. MC Light. I could think of like hundreds of other people that should be in. More recent people who just barely fucking hit the 25-year mark than MC Light. It's like, what did MC Light do that was so influential? Queen Latifah, we could stretch it and say that she was influential and she inspired a generation of people, of artists probably. But MC Light.
How about Nas? I think Nas could be in. He's got a pretty good album with. Yeah. Well, we're gonna let Jay-Z in, then we gotta let Nas in because Nas and Jay-Z both were like very big in the 90s.
The thing. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to say that I want to, there'd be some kind of segregation or something like that. But, I mean, isn't there a rock and roll? Isn't there a rap Hall of Fame?
I think there's a Rhythm and Blue. I think there's a Rhythm and Blue Hall of Fame.
I know that some people be like, well, that's fucking segregation, Dusty. We shouldn't be doing that. That's segregation.
It's not it's not about segregation. Mm-hmm. The thing about it is when you call something the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then you go put people like Janet Jackson and Jay-Z in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I love Janet Jackson, don't get me wrong. I love Rhythm Nation. I think it's a fantastic song, but is her brother in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Michael Jackson.
I have no idea. Who, Janet?
No, Michael.
I don't know. Is Michael Jackson in?
I gotta ask a question now.
I know how people are split on the whole Michael Jackson situation. Some people are like, not for him. Some people for him. I already know it's a fucking touchy subject. But MC Light before Michael Jackson? Come on now. If Michael Jackson's not in.
Yes, he was inducted twice.
As a Jackson and...
Jackson 5 and a solo artist.
Okay. Star Trekker said Michael Jackson and Janet are in already. Star Trekker said Salt Pepper, Run DMC, Public Enemy, Eminem already in.
Eminem? What the fuck?
Run DMC and Public Enemy, I could definitely end up seeing them in. Especially Public Enemy, because I mean, Public Enemy fucking they inspired a whole generation of rock artists.
I mean, I shouldn't be saying what the fuck to Eminem, because Eminem did pay his dues. Because you only get one shot. You only get one shot. I'm not gonna say it.
Don't make me mute you.
I'll mute myself.
I'm like, Lisa, go eat your mom's spaghetti. Get the fuck out of here.
You wanna know what's so fucking funny? He has a restaurant in Detroit. Guess what his name?
Mom's Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Jason said he had a question. What was your question, Jason? Go ahead and ask it in the ask your question in the chat. I can go ahead and I can answer it maybe.
I'm glad that Michael's in it, because Michael's one of those artists that that deserves to be in any Hall of Fame that they have. Well, not country, but like R&B, maybe rock. Well, because some of Michael Jackson's songs had a very rocky vibe to me. But,
Dusty secretly wants Swift to be in. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I usually the first part of my day, I grade all this different stuff like that. But at the second part of the day, usually I'm on the floor, checking out these people that are doing the ceiling, blah blah whatever. So usually they do it in what we call cells. It'll usually end up being 4 different people or whatever, and they have 2 sides, so it'll be like 8 people. Well, these people have the most outrageous conversations because they're young kids. They're like in their 20s, early 20s, whatever. And a lot of them have the most funny freaking conversations. And we have this one cell where all these kids are into like all these different conspiracy theories. So... Wait, can everybody still hear me? Or did my mic go out?
No, you're fine.
Okay. No, so all these different conspiracy theories. I mean, they come out with the stupidest shit. There's this one kid, his name is Nate. I think he's probably about 21, 22. And he is coming out with this shit like stuff like, like one time they were talking about fucking Teletubbies. He's like, oh, Teletubbies are real, right? And I was like, what? He's all, Teletubbies are real. I said, of course, well, of course, they're men in costumes. They had to be filmed. And he's all, no, they're real. And then he was like talking about this whole fucking conspiracy theory about how Teletubbies are real. And I'm just like, whatever, Nate. So anyways, now the thing is that they end up talking about all this different, I forgot where the fuck I was going with this now. Where the fuck was I going with this?
The Teletubbies are real, and some 21-year-old kid has convinced you they're real.
Yeah, but I forgot where I was going with this. What it had to do, how it pertained to the conversation we're having. I forgot. I'll probably remembering in a moment.
I mean, they said something about the sun being a conspiracy theory on Teletubbies, the little sun that pops up.
Well, no, they actually came out with something that said, I'm not going to go into that whole thing, a government experiment on kids who were basically raised by television and they didn't have any human contact or some shit like that. So anyways, but I'm not going to go into that because I ain't going to go into the whole conspiracy thing or whatever. So, no. That's what I was going to say. They were talking about this conspiracy theory saying that Taylor Swift is actually gay and that so is her husband, Travis Kelce. And that they actually have a lavender marriage. And that's the reason why they're together. It's because they don't want to come out. Now, myself personally, I don't understand why Taylor Swift wouldn't come out because I don't think it would hurt her career. Travis Kelce, maybe. He's in a very macho sport, football. It could hurt his career. But Taylor Swift would have everything to gain from coming out, So, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I was going to do. Is Dewo in the Hall of Fame? And it says, no Dewo yet. They've been nominated. They're another band I figured they would be in already. So, hey, what is happening, Paulina? Welcome. It says, okay, thank you. Hey, Paulina. So, yeah. But like I said, the kids they end up having like these outrageous conversations and just... Sometimes I sit there and I just listen to them oh, what the hell's wrong with you kids? What the hell's wrong with you kids? Where did Lisa go? I heard some idiot kid saying that Lisa was real. Just I don't know. She could be real. I don't know. I mean, the other day I saw her, and I mean, I touched her. I poked her. She's squishy. So yeah, she's real. You know who is in? See, there you go. Then Lizzie's not in the fucking Hall of Fame, but yet fucking MC Light's gonna go in there. MC Light had how many fucking songs? Okay, that I can think of. She had like maybe 1 or 2 songs that I remember, like in the '80s. But what the fuck? Why is she getting into the Rock Hall of Fame? You know, I don't know if it's votes, whatever. Every year we have this fucking conversation, this argument, and everybody gets pissed off about it. It's like there's no rhyme or fucking reason to the Rock Hall, so I should stop trying to look for, you know, rhyme or reason, you know, when it comes to it. So if Taylor's bisexual, I wouldn't be surprised. I always says that about her. There's lots of pictures where they're saying that they actually had pictures with her girlfriend. And they said also that she had lyrics, or she had a poem tattooed on the side of her abdomen that supposedly when she ended up breaking up with this one girl that she was with, she had removed. So I don't know. Who knows? Like I said, I'm not too much for conspiracy theories. Did Lisa have to go poop? It's Code Brown? I swear, Lisa, you and your fucking Code Browns, man. But anyways, Taylor is banging the Helm sisters. Was that the name of the chick? Something Helm? I forgot. There's a video that's done by Michelle Platty where she ends up discussing it. She ends up going in depth about it. And I guess one of the other supposed things added to the rumor was that Travis Kelce had spent $500,000 on a Rolex that was a rainbow Rolex. And they're saying the reason why he bought the rainbow Rolex was his kind of like subtle way of saying that he, you know, that he was gay. I don't know. You know, before Travis Kelce comes in and sues me or some shit, I better shut my mouth, right? Well, I mean, I'm doing good with the money, but I ain't doing that good. So, Lisa,
What?
we can hear you. We can hear you again. What?
No, I'm just reading this. Taylor is banging the Heim sisters. That's why I was like, what?
Where's your camera?
I'll turn on in a minute.
You're gonna pick your nose. You're picking your nose, aren't you?
No, I'm just reading these comments. Taylor's bisexual, Paulina. No, she reads straight all day.
No, I don't know. I gotta disagree. I don't know. I just after seeing all that proof,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know because there's a lot of proof that just made it go, things that make you go, things that make you go.
Well, then maybe I need to watch the video. Maybe it might change my mind.
Well, I mean, Michelle Platty is like she does a lot of research when she does her videos, stuff like that. She does a lot of Hollywood conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and you know. Paulina said, you know, some great news today. My upcoming single size is now really finally
Awesome. Good.
Nice. But yeah, so it's like I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if she's gonna.
There are people out there that, you know, are straight for many years, and then they come out of the closet, like that one lady from Family Ties. She was married for many years with 4 kids, and then she came out as a lesbian.
Meredith Baxter Burney?
The mom.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that she came out.
Well, I'm just bringing up an example of sometimes people realize later on in life that maybe they are not the person they thought they were when they, you know, when she found out. Now she
Star Trigger says Leonard Nimoy should be in the Rock and Roll. He sung. Are you talking about the Bilbo Baggins song?
Yeah.
That deserves a freaking nomination.
How about William Shatner too?
William Shatner?
Well, because he's doing a rock album. He's doing a metal album, so why not William Shatner?
Why not Pat Boone? Pat Boone did a metal album. Come on now.
Yeah, or who else? Corey Feldman? I mean, well,
Corey. I would fucking vote for Corey Feldman before I vote for fucking MC Light.
What was that one song that MC Light had? I could have. It's on the tip of my tongue.
What was it? What was the name of the fucking? Did she have that fucking song? Was called?
Wait.
Was it Ladies First? Ladies First, or some shit like that?
MC Light. Let me see what her popular song was. I know the artist, but okay. MC Light. She's 55. Wow. Okay, she's ancient. Just kidding.
Ancient. I'm 54. You shithead. Oh my god.
I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
Oh, well, you're 43. You're ancient too.
I am ancient, guys.
Oh, ladies first was Latifah.
Okay, let me see. She had a lot of things. She was in a lot. Okay. She had a song called Cold Rock a Party. I Want to Be Down. You Want This? Keep on Keeping. Keep on Keeping. Ride With Me. Roughneck.
All sound like masterpieces to me, I guess.
I Want to Be Down sounds like a song that...
I'm like, okay.
I mean,
All sound like masterpieces, I guess.
I don't know any of her music. Like, in the 90s... In the 90s, I was listening to Little Kim and Queen Latifah and TLC. That's what
You're one of those nasty girls listening to freaking Little Kim?
Yeah, I like Little Kim. I listen to her a lot.
I can't picture you listening to Little Kim because like she's just like so freaking nasty.
Well, I like that one song from Ludacris. You remember that one song? What's Your Fantasy?
Yeah, but that's kind of like mellow compared to some of the shit that Little Kim has done. Like some of her deep cuts.
But you remember that one song that came out in the mid-2000s, My Neck, My Back?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, some of the songs that are out nowadays, though, oh my God. All you have to do is, like, if you go to Spotify and you put, like, sexy baby-making music and it gives you a playlist, usually some of the songs can be, like, fucking crazy.
I mean, I remember the first,
Say rough
the first sexy song I heard was that Rod Stewart song as a kid.
Danny Bonaducci needs to be into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Danny Bonaducci, yes.
Danny Bonaducci. Bonaducci.
He was signing his records.
Wasn't he? Or was it the book that he was going to like stores and he was just like randomly autographing his books?
He was signing. He was
was
autographing records at record stores for people to find. He autographed like Up to Date. I think he also autographed that one that I found at Left the Dial. And some lady found it and she was like, I found Danny Bonaducci's record in San Diego. He was at a random record store in San Diego.
Would you buy a signed Danny Bonaducci record?
Fuck yeah, if it was affordable, not like $300, like $50. Fuck yeah. I'll tell you guys, I like Danny Bonaducci. Yes, I would. If you didn't try to like sell it to me for $200, I would.
Lisa dances to my milkshake, brings all the boys in her room when she mutes and turns off her camera.
I love that song. When that song came out, I think a lot of the middle school kids were like, "Oh my God, that's a raunchy song." But I've heard
she shakes her booty. It's a chocolate shake. Chocolate shake.
No, I danced to "Back That Ass Up" by Mystical.
Back that ass.
If you know, you know, guys.
How come you don't do any more of your interpretive dance like you used to? Remember, you used to do all your videos where you do your interpretive dance or whatever.
Oh yeah, I did. The Weekend. I did Pawn.
You need to bring those back. You know
why? You know why I didn't do them? Because it was COVID, and I was home, so I filmed them. It was fun.
There you go. But yeah, those were some of the first videos I remember seeing was you dancing. I was like,
well, because people have told me that I'm a good dancer. People have told me you're pretty good at picking up dances.
Today I went to Ross, your favorite store. They did not have shit. I went looking for shoes and stuff like that. Didn't seem like they really had anything.
Ross is not. I'll tell you, my dad doesn't. Ross is not a good place for the big and tall people. Ross is not big and tall friendly.
Well, no, I never buy my clothes there. I mean,
my dad tries to buy clothes there. My mom bought him some clothes like about a month ago. My dad tried to squeeze in it. He looked like the Incredible Hulk. He told my mom, "I'm sorry, this shirt doesn't fit." And my mom's like, "You're not an XL?" My dad goes, "No, I'm a 2X." And mom goes, "Oh." My mom bought him an XXL. He was a 2X. But Ross, as of lately, Ross has been so-so. I haven't been finding much at Ross.
The visuals I'm having in my head right about now, naughty. Lisa's got some booty. When she shakes it, you got to make room.
I mean,
Well, you gotta make room.
I gotta toot my own horn, but a lot of women would love to have a big butt, including Miss Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she claps. She's like, I'm like, what are you doing, Lisa? I like the song.
Look, I don't have a butt that big. My butt is my butt is a medium-sized butt. It's not a big butt. There's people with bigger butt out there than me.
No, her butt's big enough when she sits down, her feet dangle.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Sit down, your feet
on the chair.
They're all dangling. AZ makes all. Have funny faces, funny faces.
That's a very good question, Star Trekker. Why isn't Kid and Ross and Kid and Play, or what? Chris Ross and Kid and Play in the? And
what, Kid and Play?
Yeah, better yet, why isn't Will Smith in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? He had that song, Samba, Samba.
I actually think that Trekker's being sarcastic.
No,
he's sarcastic.
He's probably being sarcastic, but we can let shit in like MC Light. Then we can let them in, right? MC Light is not that great.
I'd rather see Kid and Play in than fucking MC Light, tell you the truth. Criss Cross, nah. What were they famous for? Wearing their clothes backwards like idiots?
How about NWA?
NWA, I think, is in.
They are?
Yeah, they're already in.
Is Dr. Dre in? Somebody
Dr. Dre, yeah. I think, yeah, they're all in.
Because what was my jam in middle school? The Chronic.
Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? The Chronic was everybody's shit when it came out.
No, because you see, my parents had this they had this beat up Dodge, and we used to listen to Chronic in that Dodge. It was a good time. my dad had a white Dodge. I know, but yeah.
Mason said, to be honest, when asked or a question, typically can't make my mind on that.
Okay.
Not sure what you're saying there. Ernest should be in for his Rubber Ducky song.
Yeah. Or how about Kermit?
It could possibly end up happening.
Think about it. It's good to see you, Tim. I was wondering where you've been, Tim. I was missing
What
you.
I am going to do, because we haven't done it in so long, is I'm going to throw out the link so the old crew can come up.
Yep.
The old crew, since we haven't been able to do it for a while, because, I'm always fucking working and shit now. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out the link for the crew to come up, and if anybody else wants to come up, go ahead and come up and
Jason,
run your mouths.
I think Jason wants to come up.
So, all right, let me go ahead and where's my? How do I throw a link out now? I don't even fucking remember anymore.
You want me to paste it?
Okay, I got it. I got it. I think I got it. Okay, let me see. Is that the link? Did the link go out? Is it there? Okay, there you go. I'm starting to become like such a freaking boomer when it comes to this shit now. When it comes to, remember, I was just like, I knew StreamYard like the back of my fucking hand.
Yeah. Well, Trekker, you can boycott if Gin Blossoms are inducted, or the Spin Doctors, or Soul Asylum.
What kind of Gin Blossoms? Well, I mean, a lot of the 90s bands are going to start going in.
Of course. I mean, I think Pearl Jam's already in.
Well, yeah. Oasis. I would have fucking voted. I would have voted against that shit. I'm sorry. I'm just not an Oasis person. I've never been.
Is Smashing Pumpkins in? I
do not think they are.
Oh.
I don't think they are.
Well, fuck it.
First person up.
If we're gonna put MC Light in there, why not Smashing Pumpkins?
Is there a little confusion about my last comment? Let me clear this up. We were talking about the booty, and I was saying when asked the tits or ass question, I can never make up my mind.
Well, that's valid. That's valid, Mason.
Okay, Mason, you can't make up your mind whether you're a tit man or a butt man.
Yeah, because I often just think well, it depends on the girl. It depends on the girl.
Okay. Lisa's she's booty. She's a booty woman. She's a booty. I mean, if you're into butts, Lisa's
I mean, I was blessed in the butt area, and that's about it.
But I mean, like you could get confused if you went over to Brazil, Mason, because I mean, Brazilian women are both big boobs and big butts. So that could be.
I mean, a lot of Latin America.
use any of that.
Well, you don't want a Brazilian woman, Mason?
I'm not saying that. I just said I probably wouldn't know what to do with that if the opportunity presented
Mason
itself.
might have a heart attack with a Brazilian woman's big booty.
Okay, well, remember when you had your experience, we'll call it, your experience when you know. Okay, now, oh, look who's here. Hasn't been here in a while. What's happening, Tim?
Tim!
Timmy!
Today!
What's going on, guys?
Just hanging out. I haven't had a chance to hang out in a long time. I've just been like, so freaking busy. But Mason, we were having a discussion with Mason because Mason's trying to decide whether or not he's a butt man or he's a boob man. He says he can't decide. So I had asked him, I said, well, when I was about to say, when you had your experience, your first experience, I think that's the only experience you've actually had. Am I right, Mason?
Oh, yes.
Did she have a big butt or did she have big boobs?
Yeah, a little well.
Tim's all, I knew what I was getting into.
I'll just make it quick on this, a little of both. Let's change the subject now. I know I started it, but I'm going to end it.
It's okay, Mason.
Okay,
We will.
go
Because
somewhere.
because sometimes I forget that this, by and large, still has to be a family live stream.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not Family Feud.
We've never been a family live stream. Where the fuck you been?
Mason,
Mason.
far for you.
There you go, Mason. Can you do a review of cream soda root beer? Nope, we leave that.
No, because that's...
Bonus points, Mason, if you do the review with Richard Dolan.
Mm-hmm. Has Dolan actually been around? I haven't even seen any videos.
I
or
don't
anything.
know. The last time he messaged
he
me
hits
was
me
last
up
year.
every now and then on Instagram, but that's it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the Michael Jackson movie had to have been his forte. There had to have been a million videos that he did on that.
I mean, now he's doing
definitely did a
reality
review on
TV. He's talking about reality TV now.
Really?
I think so. Let me see what.
Richard, the reality TV maniac. Is that his
Let me
name?
see. Richard.
It has a ring to it.
Yeah. I mean, it says the last video he did was about Pawn Stars.
Okay.
What the heck?
Okay.
And he did a video about Bonnie Blue, the woman that's been with 1,000 men in one day. No, it's true. Look her up.
Uh-huh.
She's an OF creator who got with 1,000 men in one day.
Holy Jesus. She
Yeah.
broke your record, Lisa.
I
by
know.
5.
No, she broke my record by 11 billion.
My 11 billion jillion.
And oh my God, he did a video on JoJo Siwa. Okay.
Trekker says, I saw Richard the
I
other
do
day on
remember
Paul's
that.
Live. He got a new
was talking
phone.
about how JoJo Siwa, he was annoyed with how she was flipping back and forth between sexualities.
Well, people have preferences. They can date whoever they want.
I know, but I think he was annoyed about how back and forth
Oh
he was
my
about
God,
his
he
group
did a video on Taylor and Travis Kelce's wedding. Okay.
JoJo Siwa, though, I mean, there's a lot more things about her that irritate me than her flipping back and forth.
He irritates the hell out of me. I'm glad my niece Sierra did not have a JoJo Siwa moment. I'm so glad I didn't get her into her.
Well, the thing that annoys a lot of us in the community is it's what we call queer baiting, meaning that she's trying to go out there pretending that she is one way when in fact she's actually straight, but she's only doing it just so she could get that fan base, So it aggravates a lot of people when.
But a bigger question than that, Paulina, is what do you think about those that they're indecisive about their preference? They're like, I might be into women. No, I might actually be into men. I might be into both. Oh heck, I don't even know anymore.
My take on that is sexuality is an ever fluid kind of situation, especially if you're questioning. Yeah, it's an ever fluid thing. Sometimes people feel like they are bi. Sometimes people feel like they are strictly gay, lesbian, or strictly straight.
I
Or
mean, there's so many different things you
yeah,
could be.
it's an ever evolving kind of thing, So it's hard to say.
Yeah, I guess.
But there is also a thing where you, the whole idea of what we call queer baiting, meaning that pretending to be it but not really it, just to get the clout.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
they're making this decision purely based off trying to get attention.
Yeah.
Well, they accused Billie Eilish of the same thing too. It's like they said
Yeah.
that she was doing it also, but
Well, Billie Eilish, I think Billie
Oh
Eilish
man, I
is
don't
into
care.
both
Lunch is
sexes.
still a vibe.
lunch is still a vibe. He's like, lunch is still a vibe. But let me see.
I wouldn't call
some.
it a vibe. I really wouldn't call it a vibe.
So Richard got a new phone. So does that mean that he's actually doing landscape view now, or is he
Richard,
still doing?
let me mute it and see if he is doing landscape.
We got him to be able to use landscape on his old phone like a while back. He actually managed to do it. But then
He's doing landscape now. We have finally got Richard, and he's showing his full face.
Is he able to do lives now without being disturbed by that guy? I mean, that guy's not still messing with him, is he?
In years.
Well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want any jinxing to happen. We all know the guy,
Yeah, he has.
But it was like he kept on falling for it. That's the thing. It's like, why don't you just turn around and say, when you bring the person up in the backstage, do me a favor, can you hold up 2 fingers and show me who you are, whatever.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, okay, I'm going to bring him up against my better judgment. I'm going to go and boom, big old weenie.
And
it's like it happened over and over again.
I remember that day because I was there with all of us. That one of the times it was at its worst, and the freaking troll was like coming on saying, "Dusty, you're not a professional hacker. You're a retard." I'm like,
all I was doing was I wasn't even trying to hack. I was just trying to ping the IP to see if I could find it, and I never said that I was going to be able to either. But it was just like I was just trying to see if I could. And the guy's like, "You're not a professional." I'm like, "I never said I was a professional hacker, guy." And then he turns around, he throws that weenie out there, and it was Lisa's famous battle cry.
That scream still in the back of my mind.
I've seen my fair share of weenies on streams. I've seen my fair share, not because I asked for it. They just came backstage.
Lisa's icy. Well, Lisa's got, like I said one time before, she's gotten to the point where she is so smooth now that she could be doing a live stream and they could be like in her backstage, just totally playing with it, and she like keeps cool as a freaking cucumber.
Well,
and be like, okay, and just kick them off.
I've gotten used to it. When it first came up, the first time I actually got a weenie on stream, this guy's, back there, he's doing his thing, and I was like, okay, what the hell? And of course, he attaches to the face. Some guy with what's the correct terminology? I got something to show Tim. Oh, Rubber Soul's coming out.
He's like, can we discuss Rubber Soul, please?
I think at this moment,
let me find it.
I think at this moment, Lisa has become an aficionado. So when they do that, she's like,
she's a connoisseur. She's a connoisseur now.
Yeah.
She's a connoisseur. She can look at it and be like, "That's very interesting, very nice." There's a couple of things that you might want to get checked for, but yes, very nice.
Yeah.
She's a,
it's like the many moods of Lisa,
Yeah.
What she's.
Speaking of Beatles, and this may or may not be a hot take, depending on who I'm asking the question to, but it's not even really the form of a question; it's more of an opinion.
$3
that I have,
and I got one. It's been a while since we've done that.
I forgot to bring mine up.
You know what? I know they're doing a deluxe version of Rubber Soul. Kristen Summer's been talking about it for days because that's her favorite album. So she follows me on she's friends with me on Facebook, and that's all she's been talking about. I was like, I know, Rubber Soul's coming out.
Is it coming out with like a thick book too, though? I mean, this
They
one
all
looks like
do.
it's going to be.
They all do. They're all the same.
They all do.
I don't
Oh,
know why
okay.
people are. I'm not that interested because they're running out of alternate vocals, and I'm not that interested in just alternate backing track.
No, I don't care too much for Anita. I just want to use it.
I mean,
but you know what makes me mad is these people are already doing negative videos about it, stuff the day after it was announced. It's like you don't even, you haven't heard it, you don't know. Why are you dissing it?
Yeah, it's like why are we casting judgment on an album that hasn't came out yet? Because it hasn't. Like, wait till it comes out, and then you can make your judgment.
The album did come out. It came out in December of 1965.
No, I'm talking about the deluxe edition, not the
remix, and
yeah.
I mean, I
had to be literal with you.
I mean, I'm assuming it's also gonna be remixed by Giles Martin, right? Because he's been doing.
It's done. It's been done for 2 years. I mean, it was done.
I mean, people have been asking for 2 years.
It was done before they did 62 to 66 and 67.
So it was basically already done and in the can. It's just they were waiting for when they were going to release it or not. Okay.
Can we just agree on the least on the ranking list? The least what I'm trying to say is the worst of the remixes probably has to be the White Album.
It is for me.
It was okay. It was okay. I've heard all the remixes that
I'd say the
Giles
best.
Martin has done
I'd say still the best is Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that too.
The only negative thing that I would say about the Rubber Soul thing, is they left out 12 Bar Original, which was an instrumental that they did. Now we got it on Anthology, but we only got a 3-minute edit of it, whereas the full version was 6 minutes, and so they left that out. They left out which was like a false start, which was take 1, and then the full version, which was take 2. They left that whole thing out, but we're getting some of these other things that we already gotten on Anthology 4 that we're basically calling it. We could have taken those stuff out and then added 12 Bar Original into it, because the full version 12 Bar Original hasn't been officially released. It's been bootlegged. I have it on my channel. I actually did my own remaster of it on my channel, but they never officially put it out there themselves.
Mike says, I'm going to get the 4 CD Super Deluxe of Rubber Soul. I've been buying a lot more CDs recently. I'll probably end up doing the same thing. It's just, I wouldn't say that I'm fully turned off on vinyl, but I've really cut back on my vinyl buying a lot.
I mean, CDs are great, and I have a lot of CDs.
Like last weekend when me and Lisa went record shopping, it was like I mostly bought CDs. You bought Lisa was the one who bought all the vinyl.
So. Well, yeah, I did. But when they're like as cheap as they were at that store, which I have not seen used vinyl that cheap for a while, because used vinyl, it varies in prices. Sometimes it could be really expensive, but
that pressing of Quadrophenia was a freaking bargain. I listened to it. That thing sounds awesome. I mean, it's a UK pressing, of course. I didn't know what pressing it was because, I mean, they were saying, I forgot what the name of the freaking label was.
I think it was like Mute Tracks or something.
Something like Tracks or something like that. And then I think somebody in the chat had turned around and said something about, like, in your chat, it said that it was a British label. It's a UK label.
I mean, when you found that, it's pretty cool.
They were on Tracks in the UK, yes.
Yeah, but I bought it for $15, and it was a clean. I mean, the records were completely clean. Came with all the booklets, everything, beautiful condition for $15. I was like, what a bargain!
Yeah, what a bargain. That's a good album. I got that album. I got that album about 3 years ago from somebody, and it's a good album.
And then we went digging. He had just restocked all his $3 and $5 bins, and we just found
it was
so
amazing.
much stuff. Yeah, it was just like, oh my God, he had so much. And it was weird because like most of his new stock and stuff like that seemed like it had been pulled back. I don't know why. Did you notice that? It seemed like it was pulled back.
It was
used
not,
inventory.
It was not a lot of new, but there was some new. I just feel like, I just feel like maybe they just haven't
TJM, long time no see.
They probably haven't replenished their stuff. That's probably why they had what they had.
I hope it's not like Port of Sound, where I don't even know what happened with Port of Sound. They used to have like one of the biggest freaking inventories I'd seen. For a small mom and pop shop. I mean, they deal with nothing but new. They don't do any used. And I used to be able to go there, like if I wanted a Cure album and I didn't want to go hunting for it and I just wanted to go buy the album straight out, I'd be able to go straight there and buy it, or whatever. But the thing is, I went there one time and it was like the place was like almost all emptied out. And I was like, well, what happened? And they said, oh, the owner sold to some guy from Dubai. Some guy from Dubai came in and bought the whole store out to take to Dubai to have it shipped over there and sell the merchandise. I would sell the inventory. And I was just like, Jesus. And it took them, that's the reason why we didn't go to Port of Sound last weekend, Lisa, because I knew that they were probably still going to, they still haven't gotten their inventory up to what it should be.
I like used stuff, don't get me wrong, but when we went to that other record store, I felt that other record store was kind of a letdown, but I still would have been wanting to see Port of Sound, even if it didn't have an inventory, just see what the store looked like, the ambiance of the store. But I love the first store for sure.
I was disappointed with Analog. I felt like Analog is going hipster. I was really
that's what's happening with my local record store near my house, is that it is going hipster as well, which kind of it kills the vibe of the store when the store goes completely hipster. It's like, I want a store that looks like somebody lives in that record store, like Jerry's Records in Philadelphia, the guy who lives in his own record store.
That's kind of cool. I think I could live in a record store.
I think you've seen a documentary about Jerry's Records.
No, that's not a good store, because Richard lived near there and he said he didn't have any good record stores.
Well, Richard.
Really? It's not a good record store. It's not a good record store.
Only the biggest record store in the world. Other than that,
what does Richard like as a record store? Like, come on, Richard. Will we trust Richard for record reviews?
That Grassroots record sounded pretty good too, and I wasn't expecting too much because it's on Pickwick, and I know that Pickwick doesn't usually have very great pressings.
Yeah.
But it sounded pretty good too. So I was like, oh, okay.
Grassroots is great. You can't go wrong with Grassroots. I love Grassroots.
What Grassroots like Midnight Confession.
Let me go ahead and grab it real quick, and I'll show you. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Because I was like, when he showed the Grassroots record, I was like, pick it up. You need to pick it up. Because there was some really good deals there. So yeah, I got a Seals and Croft because me and Dusty were listening to the Yacht Rock and Summer Breeze. Come on, guys. I know.
Can we just talk about how terrible? He's that country artist, and he came out with this Yacht Rock album, and he did a cover of Summer Breeze, and it just sounded like by the books, like he wasn't putting his own spin on anything with it.
Well, that's what they do now.
Keith Urban.
Oh, don't even get me started on Keith Urban.
Here's one that I picked up.
He did an absolutely terrible job on his cover of Summer Breeze because it just sounded like the original.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it was only $3. I was like, damn, what a bargain. $3. And the thing about Left of the Dial, he sonically cleans all his records, so they're completely clean when you get them, even the $3 and $5 records. So,
well, what's on that? I'm curious if it's like,
I think it's like a
early stuff, or if it's a real greatest hits. Or I'm curious because their first album is hard to get, and if Pickwick put out their first album, that would be of interest to me, and I'd something to put on my.
It has "Let's Live for Today." Things I should have said. I'd wait a million years. The river is wide. Midnight Confession.
Okay, it's a hits album. It's a hits album.
It's a hits album. And Midnight Confession is wait a million years. That's really all you really need.
Yeah.
And they did. I doubt that's it, but Rob Grill did go and re-record the Grassroots song sometime. Sometimes in the late 70s. So
this one came out in 78.
Like there's an infamous album. There's Grassroots 16 Greatest Hits. There's also one called the Grassroots 14 Greatest Hits. That one is Rob Crow covering the Grassroots. That's not the real thing.
I mean, I like the Grassroots. I think I came across some like Grassroots 45. And did I buy? I think I might have bought it from Jenny one time. Jenny, B-Side Records does auctions from time to time. So I bought some 45s from her. Her 45s are pretty cool. And I bought a Grassroots. I think it was Live for Today.
Yeah, I only picked up like 3 records a day. Yeah, here's the one that the other one that I picked up. I was telling you guys about. Sounded actually really, really good. The Quadrophenia.
That is a good find right there. That was like probably your best find record wise.
Yeah.
My copy came from a thrift store for $10 or 10 records for $4. That's what I paid.
I thought you were gonna say 29 cents. I was gonna be like, "Damn you, Tim."
The thing I was surprised too about this is it had like no spindle wear. It's like, the spindle, usually you see them and they're all like where people have been like going like this with the record trying to get on the spindle and it's all like scratched up. This thing is completely clean. So whoever had this had to taken care of it.
You know where spindle wear comes from? A lot of it, people don't realize this. It comes from record changers because those things are pointy on top and people got 3 records in their hand and they're putting it on there and they can't find the hole, and that's where a lot of spindle wear came from, is changers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell this is like set up for the changers too, where it has like, record 1 is sides 1 and 3.
Did that. No other countries did that. If wait a minute, you said that was an import, so they usually didn't. UK didn't do it for changes. So if that is, that's weird. It's just
and then I bought this one, and Lisa was like, "No, you didn't."
No, I said. I said that. That's
$3. Yeah.
No, I said that was a good album. I said pick it up.
I was like, for $3, what a bargain! It's clean.
I like 80s McCartney.
I was like, you're not taking that Broad Street? Lisa's like, no.
No, because I didn't take it because I just was like, it's just fun to not have that album. But I filmed when I did the video, I put it in there so Paulina would see it.
In the gatefold, it's got a really big picture from the Silly Love Songs video. So
right. There you go. Right, you gotta get it.
She needs that. Yeah.
I don't. I have Silly Love Songs on 45.
You need it, but you need
Which
it bigger.
One, though?
Which need it bigger.
The 76 or 84 version.
No. God told me not to buy that album. He put his hand and said, "Don't buy it."
Because I'll actually I'm not all about hate on the original version of the drug song. It's perfectly fine. I just think that the bass line on the drug.
I think you have your hand on your microphone, Mason.
Yeah, you sound kind of muffled out.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, now you sound clear.
Okay. What I was saying was, I think that the original version of Silly Love Song is perfectly fine. There's something wrong with it. Except I think the bass line alone on the Broad Street version makes it a little bit.
You guys can talk about all you want. I'll never buy that album.
All I can understand was something about bass line.
Yeah,
the bass line on the Broad Street version is a little bit better for my taste.
There you go. Now you came in clear.
Well, there's a reason for that because Paul was not playing bass on.
Yeah, Paul's not playing bass. I don't like it. I hate that version.
The person that's playing bass on it is Louis Johnson from the Johnson Brothers. He's the one that's playing bass on that. And plus you have.
I don't know what.
Plus you have Jeff Vaccaro and Steve Lukather from Toto on that as well. So he's even gotten into the whole Toto thing as well on that album.
Yeah, so for me, thank goodness, a couple years later he got banned.
While we were talking about McCartney, I got a quick question for the panel here. This is something that
Mhm.
I've been thinking about lately. Am I the only one that believes that even the original Master of Flaming Pie sounds better than the
I have
archival
no
one?
idea. I'm out of this discussion.
The original. I'm sorry. The original master of what?
Flaming Pie sounds better than the archival one.
I don't have a dog in that fight. I couldn't tell you.
I
I
Hmm.
haven't ever compared them. I think it sounds fine. The only archive I know that the original sounds better, at least on CD, is Tug of War.
Hmm.
But yeah, that.
Because of the way it was recorded and everything, the original is better than the
But like,
remaster.
I
I don't
was
like the remaster at all. It's
I
terrible.
was listening
But
to like the original Master of Flaming Pie uh, the other day, and I'm like, this the basic treble on especially on World Night sounds so much better than the 20 version.
Hey, Dave.
uh I have yet to do like an A/B comparison to them yet. Maybe I should do that one of these days. Because I have both versions.
yeah, I do
Yeah.
too. I have a
I like I said, I just know one
where
of the things I
from
really quickly noticed from
Philippines or something.
Flaming
It's a
Pie
different mix. That's
was
my
Now,
favorite one with it.
now what I'll say about Tug of War is this: the version of it that is pressed on Parlophone and Capitol here in America is
Mhm.
great. The one that is pressed on Columbia sounds terrible on
Mm.
CD. The
Mm.
CD version always sounded very,
Oh,
very.
I have
Uh,
that on CD, and to me, that CD sounds way better than the new archive. Because the new archive, I know he recorded it on a fairly new digital kind of system, and they couldn't transfer it very well, and they had problems.
Hmm.
It's
yeah.
hissy. The archive is very hissy, and I'm like, what?
Mm.
Well, the thing I meant to know about the archive is a remix, so it's
What?
you cannot really compare it to the archive
Well,
because the archive has been remixed. It wasn't
yeah,
remastered.
I just think it
But
sounds terrible. I hate it.
but but if you compare it from the Columbia pressing on CD to the Parlophone and Capitol one, the
Well,
Parlophone
the
Capitol one is
Parlophones
more.
always sound better. The imports, that whole series from Holland and stuff blows the American stuff away. All of them.
No.
All of
Hmm.
them.
I'm not talking about the 1993 remastered ones. I have that too. I'm talking about the original Parlophone one that came out in, I want to
Yeah,
say it
well,
was 85,
I've never
86.
heard that. The
Yeah.
only CD I have of that is the archive and the
Hmm.
original Columbia. And if I want to use something from that album on like a CD, making my own CD, I always use the Columbia. 'Cause
okay.
the archive.
Testing, testing. Is my audio a little better or worse?
It's
Better.
better. It's getting better.
Better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, way better.
what I did was I
Hmm.
put in my noise canceling AirPod, but I only have one in.
Mm.
So does this
Okay.
sound better? Does this
Yeah.
sound better
It
than
sounds
before?
Sounds
clearer. Yeah.
way better. You sound way clearer. Yeah, it
Okay,
sounds
so
way better.
my point is, like,
Hmm.
I actually have a digital file of the entire Flaming Pie album because when
Hmm.
the first time I heard Flaming Pie, and what the way that it drew me into the album back in the day was on whatever version was on streaming services before the 2020 remaster came out.
Hmm.
And even when the 2020 remaster came out, all I could remember saying was, I think I liked the way it sounded better before.
The, here's the thing. You cannot really judge it by a streaming version of it
Yeah.
because this goes back into like the conversation that we were all having a few years ago when the Red and the Blue albums came out,
Right.
where they it felt like the city was brick walled, whereas the streaming version had more range to it, more dynamics to it.
Right.
So when it you cannot really compare the streaming version of the Flaming Pie archives to the original 1997 CD. There's just no
No.
there's just no comparison to it.
Well, like all I'm saying is that at least for streaming, the archival release versus the ripped CD of, I think it's the original, side by side, I can play the Will Tonight side by side and be like, oh yeah, way more bass, way more treble on the original versus what
It
I'm
could
hearing
just be
on
wherever you
streaming
got it
on
from.
this one.
I'm with Pauline. I can't even consider talking about
But
quality
yes,
of
I
streaming.
understand where Pauline is coming from.
It could be
I
anything.
do own a
Yeah.
copy. I do own a copy of the 2020 remaster
Yeah.
on CD. So before I finalize my opinion, I think I'm going to go ahead and like test my ears on playing just the CD version, and before I have an opinion on which one I think is definitely
If
more
you're
towards my
if you're
taste.
gonna try to compare Flaming Pie, you have to compare it the what was it, the 2018 remaster to the 1997 CD.
Right.
Those are the ones to compare it to, not streaming or digital download file.
And I mean, when that archival release first came out, I did buy it on vinyl at the time, and if I remember correctly, even the vinyl sounded better than, well, of course it did. It's vinyl, but the vinyl and CD, I think both definitely sound better than for me to like just get in my vehicle and go driving and be like, hey, I want to hear Young Boy or World Tonight, and then just play it on streaming, and I'm like, where's the bass and treble that I heard so predominantly on the original?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, what I was about to say is like, my opinion is, okay, there's been a lot of CDs that I've listened to recently. I've been recently listening to a lot of CDs compared to streaming. I listen to a lot of streaming all day because, in the car, at work, I listen to a lot of streaming. And when I actually end up listening in the home, I end up using, like I said, a CD transport, a DAC, going into a tube amplifier. No, I mean, streaming can in no way compare to the experience of like listening to the actual CD, the physical, the physical media. There's no way. It's hands down.
Absolutely.
Hands down, completely different.
I think my idea that I've recently had is genius. At least I think it is, because I'm not. One, I want to cut the cord on monthly subscriptions on streaming services. Two, I've got this built-up collection of CDs. I'm like, okay, take them one by one, spread them across multiple mobile devices for on-the-go purposes. But the source is from the CD. It's not a streaming service. So I'm ripping the CD to my computer, putting some of it on my my main phone, and then like putting some more of it on an older phone, and then some more of it on another older phone. That way I've got multiple mobile devices and stuff that is sourced directly from the CD versus streaming, and I don't have to rely, like for on-the-go purposes, and I don't have to rely on a Wi-Fi or cellular connection to listen to them.
Anybody else want to weigh in there?
I just use Spotify. Or
I don't
YouTube.
stream, so
I stream my music.
But
Not at all, Tim? Not at all?
I am mainly doing this because
I don't.
most modern
I've never
vehicles
used the
do not
streaming
have
service.
CD players.
I don't pay for a streaming service. I do it with the ads. I never pay for it.
Most modern vehicles do not come with CD players. So I'm like, how can I take the CD with me and play it in the vehicle without taking the actual CD?
Then you're gonna have to you're gonna have to rip it. I mean, you're gonna have to rip it to your computer and then put it on some kind of an external drive or something of that sort. I mean, most definitely not. I don't know how much when you actually am taking a CD, which is from what I understand zeros and ones, and transfer it to a digital file, which is zeros and ones. I don't know how much you lose. What is that, Paulina?
I know what it is.
Oh, there you
yeah.
go.
That's the last Snap, Crackle, and Pop Vinyl Hour you're going to hear for quite a long time because I ended it.
You're going on
Actually,
high.
ended
You're
it.
going to go on high. You're going to go on hiatus, or you ended it?
I ended it 2 weeks ago, but
Wow.
no, this is my hiatus. I'm starting a new show.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Huh.
So after 15 years, I was tired of stacks of records all over the house from shows I haven't narrated yet. Tired of trying to find. I just wasn't motivated, and I wasn't buying much new and nothing. And I just thought, this is a lot of work, and I'm not motivated. And I make CDs from other sources almost every night of my life. Why don't I turn that into a radio show? I've proved it's viable to play multiple formats in one. So and this is true. And I said this on my last episode that 15 years ago, it's almost been since I started this show. I started it as a way to put vinyl in people's minds because this whole revival thing hadn't really started yet. It was just beginning to. I didn't even know about it when I started. And now there are more places around me where I can buy vinyl than a CD. So I'm like, okay, that job's done. Now let's still concentrating on physical media, but it's not necessarily vinyl. And I'm not saying the name of my new show on purpose. You'll have to listen. Next Saturday morning, you should debut.
Oh.
Put my plug in.
Sweet.
Starting of a new chapter.
No, what I was going to say is out here in California, it seems like, to me, anyways, I don't know how you caught onto it, Lisa, but it seems like CDs are really starting to gain momentum and ground, big time.
I think I caught on the CDs early on. I remember the very first CD I bought. The very first CD I bought was 11 years old, and it was at a Target. My parents
had CDs back then.
So my parents, gave me money, and I saved up. I saved up for it, and I thought I was like the big king. I was going to Target with my money, and I paid like $5 for the CD. It was good time.
So you bought your first CD around 1994. I did the math. I did the math.
No, I bought my first CD when I was in fifth grade.
Was about 2 inches shorter than she is now.
Yeah.
About 2 inches shorter. She went from playing a big old stone rock with a pterodactyl beat, then she went on to getting the CD.
I think the main thing is once I started seeing a lot of them at thrift stores, I knew that they were it just was more viable to, I guess, get CDs because they show up more frequently at thrift stores and records.
This is what I'm starting to notice. And I noticed it when we went out this last time because I haven't really been going out because I've been, working so many hours and I work Saturdays also. We went to Left of the Dial. Left of the Dial, when I first started going there, he was practically giving CDs away. So it would be like he had a little bin of CDs, and if you bought a bunch of records, he'd be like, oh, take a couple of CDs if you want to or whatever. He'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
This time when I went in there, he had a whole section of the store that was full of CDs. And he curated, which means that he was buying CDs from people so you could go buy some of the more, well-known, more, albums you'd want to get through him. You go to the thrift stores now, there ain't shit.
No.
So we're starting to get to that same level that we used to, like during the 90s when you go to the record stores, like I had said before, you could buy stacks of records, you walk out with physical graffiti, song remains the same, it's stacks and stacks of records in good condition for nothing. And then now what's at the fucking Tchaikovsky, fucking, Mantovani, that's all you find at the fucking stores now. Okay, well now it's starting to become the same thing with CDs. You go to the record store to buy the good CDs, and all the shitty CDs are at the fucking thrift store now.
Somebody's phone is going off.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh,
that's mine.
Okay.
No, it's just my daughter calling. She ain't got nothing important to say. But no, what I'm saying is that's what's starting to happen now. So like when we went to Analog Records, Analog Records, same thing. They had a huge CD section, and she was looking for Layla and the Dominoes. She was looking.
Yep,
She was
I
looking for
found
Derek
it.
and the Dominoes. Layla. She was trying to find it on vinyl, and of course, Left to the Dial didn't have it. You know, Analog didn't have it, but I found it on CD for $4.99 because I was going through the CDs and stuff like that. And I noticed that the CD departments are in record stores are starting to. It's getting crazy again. Rasta Cowboy, the one that I go to, they're just up the street here from me.
Yeah.
Same thing. He's got, before, when I first went in there a couple of years ago, he had maybe one bin of CDs, and that was it, $5 a piece. He hasn't raised the prices on his CDs. They're still $5. But the thing is, he's got now one whole section of his store, like a whole wall, is all just CDs all the way across. So, I mean, it's getting crazy again with CDs.
I mean, CDs never went anywhere. CDs are still very much here.
I think they did, but they didn't.
Does anyone want to take a wild guess? What
I mean, I don't know if you guys heard this, but it's only 1 year, and it's not a big percent, but CD sales, I think, in 2025 were up 8% over 2024, which is decent.
Yeah.
It's common. It's, you know, it's, and I'm talking new here. They're not counting used. They're talking new.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm counting used because it's like, well, I'm thinking used because that's what I mostly get is used. And there, I mean, about $5 is the average. I was going to buy, like when we went to Analog,
Yeah.
I was going to pick up some of the Led Zeppelins, and I noticed the prices are steadily rising. Like they had double discers of like Physical Graffiti, House of the Holy, and they wanted like $15. Certain CDs did start to creep up to like 7, 8, 9. You know, 7, 8, 9. There was still a whole lot that were like, you know, in $5, you know, $5 bins, whatever and stuff. Like I found like Neil Young Decade, you know, a 2 CD set of 3 records for $4. And I mean,
That's
clean
good
condition.
compilation.
Yeah, clean condition, you know. So I was still finding bargains at Analog, but I was just like, going, wow.
Analog thought they had, they think that Physical Graffiti or House of the Holy is an album that we're charging close to $20 for use.
But they, I mean, also Kiss records like Love Gun and freaking Destroyer on CD. They wanted $10 for those too, and it was kind of
Really?
like, yeah, those should be $5 all day. I think.
Exactly.
You know, but
I
that's.
mean, I would pay $10 for
A couple
them.
of years ago, they were $5 new. They're not anymore.
Exactly. You go to Walmart and get them for $5 new.
You could buy any of the first 10 Kiss albums at Walmart in their $5 bin. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Now they're like 12, 13, 14. Even the playlist CD series, remember like the best of like Santana, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Those are creeping up 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it's $13.98 new for a Love Gun CD on the Kiss website.
But also think about it, you know, a Big Mac is $12. And a couple of years ago, a Big Mac was like $5 or $6. So think about it that way.
Yes. Oh
Well,
my God, yeah.
The meal is $12. The meal is $12, but the sandwich itself is like $7, which is ridiculous just for the sandwich, and it's not even that big anymore.
But I mean, you go to get lunch, you have to have at least $20 on you now, just for a good little lunch. You know, it's it's freaking ridiculous.
I buy the value meal. That's what I do at McDonald's.
But I don't have it.
I mean, the days of a McChicken costing $1 are long gone. A McChicken's now like $5.
And you know, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paulina.
Can we stop the conversation about food?
One of the most expensive CDs that you could find is Partridge Family.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show the Bruce.
And truthfully, this series, I actually saw this version of CD going for like $35 or something like that.
Really, on the secondary market?
Yeah, and I only paid about $12 for it.
I know the ones on Buddha were worth some money for a while. I don't know if they still are. Like this one on Buddha. All of the Buddha CDs. God, at one point, the two of Clark's greatest hits was going for over $50.
Well, I guess I gotta show my
on
Partridge
Buddha.
Family.
But
just so I can.
Yeah,
look at them.
this is one of the original Razor and Tide ones that came out.
Oh,
in the early
okay.
90s.
Buddha was before Razor and Tie. I think they were the first one to release them.
You know, it was like really crazy just for that compilation I bought, which I'm pretty sure it was fairly recent that it came out. I paid like $16 for that thing. You know, I was like $16. I was like, really? I figured that something like that would have been like the same thing, $5 all day long, but no, it was like $16.
Yeah, I think it depends on the CD because I was looking at the Partridge Family, and this one album, I don't know why it's worth money on second hand. But there's a crossword album.
Was it this?
I saw one. No, it was a crossword album. It was going for like $30.
The one I bought was, I think, a little bit more recent. I think.
Yeah.
Again, if it's the Buddha ones were going. I don't know if they still are, but they were going for a lot of money for a while.
That's good to know because the ones that I own of Partridge Family are on the Bell label. I think most of them are on the Bell label.
There is no Bell CD. I mean, I'm talking CDs, you know.
Like, oh, well, no, I don't have any CDs.
They don't have the Bell label, but this is on Buddha.
Well, Buddha's a good person. That is the good comment I've seen all day.
Let's say they just rescinded MC Light's introduction in Rock Hall. No way. You're full of shit. No way.
No, I mean, he also said, I can't afford to make a meatloaf, so do we trust him?
Okay. I'm like,
ground beef is expensive these days.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to bring this up since I'm here in public, and on Doc's channel, nobody even knew who he was, and I was like devastated, because I found out on Doc's channel the other day. You guys hear about Glenn Hansard? I was extremely bummed.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
who
so
Glenn Hansard is? He was in a band called The Frames. He had a solo career. He did that movie once, which I think is just one of the best movies ever made. What a fantastic movie. And one of the best soundtracks ever made, too.
The Commitments. Yeah, The Commitments.
Yeah, no, I forget he's in that.
He was the guitar player.
Yeah.
He was in another rock and roll thing. He played himself that I watched recently. I'm trying to think what it was. But
it was a motorcycle accident, though, wasn't it?
He looked like you look now. He had gray hair and a beard, and I'm like, it looks like him, you know. But
it was a motorcycle accident, though, wasn't it? It wasn't natural causes. It was a motorcycle accident. Yeah.
And if you're a Glenn Hansard fan, there's a 5-minute clip Letterman put up yesterday that is just fantastic. They went to Ireland. He went to Ireland and hung out with him for a day, and he's just playing this old Irish folk song in a train station, and Letterman's standing behind him the whole time, and it's just fantastic. And
this album
at the end, Letterman is speechless. When has David Letterman ever been speechless? And he's like, and the crowd's going nuts. People are applauding everything. Yeah. He's like, there you go. That's all you need. That's all you need.
This album,
It's fantastic.
No, this is great. This is the Frames Longitude. This is Glenn Hansard.
Great.
This is Glenn Hansard.
I was. And somebody, it may have even been Star Trek or somebody put it in on Doc's stream on Thursday, and I was like,
I got this from Too Many Records, but I remember in 2014, me and my sister saw him live.
Yeah, no, I have that. I forgot that he was.
Because remember, people, I'm black and I'm proud.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a fantastic movie too. That's a movie that everybody see.
Did that ever come out on vinyl?
This?
The Commitment soundtrack. I'm sure when it first came out, but I'm wondering, did it ever? I don't think I've ever seen it on vinyl.
I'm gonna look it up on Discogs now.
I don't know if it's. I've never seen it on vinyl, but there is a part 2 too. They made a second.
Oh, so there's a second part to it. Okay, I know that I have that one that Paulina has, but I don't have the second part now.
Well,
every song from the film isn't in there, and they probably added a couple more.
I'm sure they have like main ones like Mustang Sally, stuff like that, or on that one, the main one, so.
In there, but
Whatever happened to the lead singer? Whatever happened to him, the singer?
Good question.
Okay, so yeah, it came out in vinyl, but in Europe.
Okay.
Brazil and Spain. I don't know if we ever got a U.S. vinyl. Let's see if they ever did issue it here.
Last I knew, he was still touring and stuff. He would
Mm-hmm.
go out as the commitments. And sometimes a couple of the other people would show up. Sometimes they wouldn't. You know, because they're not all going to show up, because a couple of them got pretty famous. I forget her name, but one of the Coors is in that movie. She's not going to go to be a commitment.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, Sean, how you doing? Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
I think I'm gonna watch that movie tonight. So
it actually came out on vinyl again in 2016, and it was through that Music on Vinyl series.
Music on Vinyl.
Oh, that's a good company.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was just devastated. Mike,
I was too, because I saw him in 2014 at the Hollywood Bowl.
I think everybody's alive except for him, and everybody's alive except for him and Joey the Lips, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else is still alive. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tim, you don't get an experience unless you see Glenn Hansard live. And me and my sister Angela love Glenn Hansard. We saw him. I believe he was the headliner. It was him, Iron and Wine, and I forgot who the other band was. But me and my sister, we've loved him since Smooth Once, which came out in 2005. Fantastic.
Yeah,
movie.
that's where I ran, and I love that movie.
And then later on, I ended up discovering him in The Frames, and I love Pizzicadio. I love Santa Maria. I love Lay Me Down. He's just one of those artists that really put his heart and soul into everything he did. And when I told my sister that he passed away, my sister was like,
"I'm back in just a moment."
My sister thought it was a joke. My sister thought it was a joke when Glenn Hansard passed away, because me and her, that's how we bonded over like 2000s indie. It's just I don't get too sad for a lot of people passing, but he was part of my 20s.
This is the other album he did with Marquetta.
I love the Swell Season. I love the Swell Season. They're great. Marquetta. I mean, I love the Swell Season. I love his solo stuff. I love what he did with The Frames. Once was also made into a musical that premiered on Broadway, which was really super cool. But it's just for me and my sister. We were in our 20s when we discovered Glenn Hansard, and we were both like, wow, no, this can't be true. And I sent my sister an article. She's like, whoa.
I just love the movie, and it wasn't even just music. I adore I love movies that are love stories but aren't love stories.
Have you seen the new movie that came out?
You know, I just love that. I
was going to ask you, Tim, have you seen Odysseus, the Christopher Nolan movie everybody's talking about? I haven't seen it yet, but everybody, I mean, I've read the book a long time ago.
The Odyssey.
Oh, what? Odyssey. Why did I say Odysseus? I don't know. Anyways, obviously
you said you're gonna fucking kill me.
No, your kids will do that before me. Your kids.
I'll be back in just a moment.
I haven't seen the new one yet. But it's always been a great story, because I remember back in, I think it was like 98, 99. They did the miniseries one with Armand Assani. And you can stream it on both YouTube and also on Amazon Prime. And I remember that story, and I just remember like, oh my God, this is like such a great story.
Thanks, Mike. It was Mike that mentioned it on Docs, and I was sad, and they didn't even know who he was, and I was like,
I mean, because I don't think a lot of people in the vinyl community listen to his stuff, but it's good to know that there are people out there besides me, like you, Tim, who know who Glenn Hansard is.
Yeah, no, I was.
Because when I talked about it with some of the people.
Watch this Letterman clip. Go seek out this
I've seen it. I've seen a lot of his.
Good.
I watched his Tiny Desk. I've watched his.
Him alone in a train station, and he's fantastic.
I love those. I love those things. Okay. Oh, dress sets. Oh, dress. Great story. I mean, there are like so many good music shows out there. I think like there was this one that I used to watch. I don't know if they still does stuff, but there was this one like this French thing, and that's so many good artists on there. La Bourang or something. Um, yeah, Glenn Hansard. Glenn Hansard is one of those deaths that it just doesn't feel real that he's passed away. It doesn't feel real because I was thinking I was talking to my sister. Was like, we just saw him we saw him 12 years ago, but still, if you guys ever in the past thought about seeing Glenn Hansard, you should have. He is worth seeing live.
He would never come 1,000 miles from me, but
no, that is true. I do feel very fortunate that I live in LA and that I do get everything. But if he did came to New York City, he probably came to like New York City. Let's see what's happening with his chat. Oh, yeah, Mike. That's cool, Mike. I didn't even know Mike knew who Glenn Hansard was.
Yeah.
Farley. Hey, James. Welcome.
Hey, James.
It is.
So, yeah, that's
it's sad. A shock. It's a shock. Like, it's a shock when people die so young, and so people who have so much music to still do. He was doing a tour. He was doing a tour in Ireland previous to his passing.
That's mostly where he hung out these days.
Yeah. Well, he had like a whole tour. I saw the tour thing, and he was going to be touring in October, but or September. Now that's not happening. But I'm thinking they should still do the shows, but do like a tribute to him and have different artists, come each night and perform his music. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think they should, I'm pretty sure they're going to do like a memorial show for him. I'm pretty sure they're going to get Martina and all the other people that he's done music with. It'll be great. Have we killed the chat? There's people like, I don't want to hear about Glenn Hansard. I just think it's good to hear about something different, something that we normally don't talk about, because
you might learn something.
Yeah, you might learn something new.
There's lots of different subject matters.
I mean, it's good to talk about some other things besides Ringo, Paul, and John and George. I love them.
Let's talk about my mic quality.
I'll be right back. I was doing something. I'll be right back.
Shit.
Your mic quality is shit. What's new, Mason?
Is it still shit? Because I'm doing
your mic sounds fine now. Before you sound like
you're quiet. You're slightly quiet, but I can understand you now.
Well, yeah. I don't know what's going on lately. Chrome. I'm not using Google Chrome anymore. I'm using Firefox now. So
yeah.
Someone recommended Microsoft Edge. I'll try that one.
I've used Edge. It's okay. I have all of them on my computer. It came with my computer.
Well, something happened with my Chrome.
What happened with your Chrome? My Chrome crashes.
I had to uninstall it for whatever reason, and then I tried reinstalling it later on, and it just wouldn't. It took forever to load up. Right.
I mean, I use Chrome. I have Firefox.
So I finally just said,
I just use regular Google. It keeps trying to get me to do Chrome.
Well, when I just have Chrome because Chrome is my favorite to use, so I just use it.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Bonnie Tyler passing.
That was sad.
Mm-hmm. How's it? It's good. It's good. I am very, very happy in it. Very, very happy in it. Keeps me very, very busy though. A lot of hours. Dave Mason's death was sad for me. I wish I could have seen him live.
I feel I wish I could have seen David Bowie live.
Embarrassingly, Embarrassingly, there was a time that I thought Dave Mason was actually in Pink Floyd, and then somebody told me no, that's Nick Mason.
Yeah, the different Mason.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
you're thinking Dave Mason was Dave Mason the keyboard player?
No,
Well,
Nick Mason is.
I knew that a Mason
Nick Mason,
was
sorry.
in. I always knew that a Mason was in Pink Floyd, but
I mean, you could have been in Pink Floyd if you wanted to, because your name's Mason.
That is crazy. 65 hours. I was doing that. Well, I was doing that basically. And plus, we were also doing Saturdays. But what they did is they cut back for this month. So now we're getting our weekends off again, Saturdays and Sundays. But they're saying going into next month, we're going to probably start going back to Saturdays again, doing Saturdays. But the thing is that they end up giving us an incentive. So if we end up going in on Saturday, we get paid the overtime for Saturday, plus we end up getting a $200 bonus. Is what they end up giving us. But to tell you the truth, by the time they take the taxes out of you, it's not a fucking whole lot. you know, but you know.
You should get a lot of it back at the end.
Yeah. Nick Mason, Monday, Friday, 12 hours. Yeah, I was doing 10 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and then I was doing Saturdays, doing 8 hours, plus getting a $200 bonus. So I was doing pretty good. But now we're back to regular hours for this month. So I had to quit my night job. I was working 92 hours. God damn, Trekker.
God damn it.
When did you have time to shit?
92 fucking hours.
He's talking through his ass. He's talking through his ass. I know.
I worked with a guy when I worked at Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Ohio. I worked with a guy, Brady. Mm-hmm. Brady worked for GM and he worked for Meyer. Full time at both, and he would, every time it was overtime at Meyer, just like me, he would take it, and he would take it at GM too. And that guy worked sometimes over 100 hours a week.
Really?
Crazy.
I didn't. How is that possible?
He always just looks so tired. He just always looks so tired.
Oh my god! I went to the doctor because, like I said, I had been feeling freaking pretty bad, and I've lost weight. Of course, I lost like 15 pounds, and I'm still dropping weight. He turned around, and he put me on a heavier blood pressure medication. He turned around and said that all my blood work was fine. I was like, whose fucking chart are you looking at, bro? I was like, he said my good cholesterol was good, bad cholesterol was good. I was not diabetic. I wasn't even pre-diabetic. I'm like, everything came back great. I was like going, really? Then how come I feel like shit? And he's like, your blood pressure's still high. So he had put me on blood pressure meds, but the blood pressure meds he had put me on, he said, well, I didn't really have your blood work back, so I put you on the lowest dosage. Because the dosage I gave you is usually when we're trying to like do something for people's kidneys or whatever, it's a really low dose. He's all, but now I can put you on something stronger since I know, how your body's going to react to it, blah, blah, blah. And then he put me on a diuretic too. So I was like, oh, get rid of excess fluid or whatever. So I was like, all right. I was like, all right, I'll take it. But I haven't taken it yet. He prescribed it to me on Thursday. And I was like, I'm going to wait till the weekend to take it, see how it makes me feel. If I feel lightheaded or whatever. Because I don't want to go to work.
Yeah, my dad takes those water pills.
Mm-hmm. They're going to make me pee like a racehorse.
Oh, no. Trust me. My dad, he takes them, and he has to pee like every 15 minutes, pretty much.
I'm not looking forward to that. And I drink a lot of water. I have to stay completely hydrated on it, so.
I haven't talked to you guys since this came out. I just remembered it off the top of my head. So overall opinions. This is mostly towards Tim and Paulina. Overall opinions on Dungeon Lane.
Wasn't too bad.
I think overall it's definitely better than the Carton 3.
I think it's his best album since probably Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, to be honest.
Well, it's certainly better than Egypt Station.
But when it came out, a couple people quoted me. I wrote a little comment on I can't think of Tommy Station. Tommy, the guy that goes around But anyway, and
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know, it unlike his last couple of albums, it sounds like a McCartney album. And what else would you want? That's what you want. And to me, that's
Yeah.
I stand by that. Egypt Station didn't sound like a McCartney album to me, and neither really did McCartney 3. This sounds like a Paul McCartney album. And what more do you want out of a Paul McCartney album than it to sound like a Paul McCartney album? It's good.
To me, Egypt Station sounded like Paul McCartney was trying to pander.
Well, yeah, it didn't sound like a Paul McCartney album. That's what I mean. So yeah,
I feel like
anyway,
I feel like with Egypt Station, he was in kind of a using kind of a celebratory kind of mood because finally, after years since after Chaos and Creation, he came back to Capitol Records, having left Capitol Records before Memory Almost Full came out. So I feel like Egypt Station was like his celebratory return to his home. This album, I feel I was excited for this album mainly because he was working with Andrew Watt, which I love the work that he did with Rolling Stones on Hackney Diamonds, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
also some of the songs just really sound very very fresh. And to add the cherry on top of that, it was the first time ever actually participating in one of those listening parties that's been going on. Because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
this year, last year and this year has been the growth of the listening party, which is great because that's the kind of experience that people should have when a new album comes out. Go to your record store, listen to the album, get some freebies and stuff like that, contests, have like that kind of a fan interaction with it. And so with Dungeon Lane, he did that, and I went to one, and it was fun. It was such a really fun experience. So that really helped me really love this album a whole lot because I had that kind of like fan experience with it.
I think especially with the opening track, As You Lie There, the first time I heard it, I was very impressed that he could still pull off that rocking McCartney voice that he's always been able to do, especially at his age. I was doing it, I'm like, yeah, in 2026, he still got it.
I
You
mean,
know that new Rolling Stones album? I was really not impressed with that.
yeah, it's an okay album.
it needs a couple of listens. I don't think it's quite as
Mm-hmm.
good as Hackney Diamonds, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad either. It's just
I mean, it's
it
not a
needs,
bad album, but Happy Diamonds is better in my
but
opinion.
I think it's still good.
Yeah.
I like Rough and
Um,
Twisted, though. That was pretty cool.
and
I mean, I will
Paulina,
give.
I
I'll
haven't.
give them.
Paulina, I haven't talked to you since. What did you? I was shocked when McCartney was on Saturday Night Live, and there in the back singing background vocals with Ingrid Michaelson. I was stunned and shocked, and I think she probably couldn't do it, but I think you should keep her. If you did. Let her play some acoustic guitar and stuff, and keep her, because she's a great addition. She's a great musician. I'm watching her, right? And I'm like, is it? It looks like her. Is it? What would she be? And it was, and I was so happy to find
I was
out
saying,
that
I was saying
I
this
could-
same thing. I was thinking the same thing too when I watched it. I was like, "Oh my god, that's Ingrid Michaelson!" I love her, love her music. I have some of her CDs, and I was like, and I very agree that she should stick with Paul and his band doing the tours because I feel like what has been missing ever since Paul got with his band was that female element that we had with Linda
Yeah.
when you know like
Yeah.
Paul had Wings and he had the new band with Hamish and Robbie and stuff like that. And so I always
Yeah.
feel like there's that one element that's been missing of his songs. And
Yeah.
so when they performed and she
that's
was
the
there, I was like,
first woman since Linda, and
Yeah.
it's been a long time. But I thought that was great. I was like, I was like, yeah, it was, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's great. And again, I was on Doc's Chat talking about it, and nobody knew who she was, like usual.
I think she had that one song. I trying to think of the name of it.
She had a couple of indie hits. No,
yeah, one was like, I think it was called Folding Chair. The other one was Be Okay, and
yeah, Be Okay. Her in her early days. What I Am, or I Am What I Am.
Oh, that's the song I was thinking of.
I'm not talking about the Edie Brickell song. There's another one.
I mean, if you
For What I
think about
Am.
it, yeah.
Take Me As I Am. That was her other one.
I mean, it was that when she came out, it was like, I think there was other artists that I could think of that was similar to her that came out around the same time as her. Regina Spektor.
Yeah.
But she was
Sarah
cool.
Bareilles.
The thing, it was a Saturday one day, and I'm home, and I'm flipping around TV stations back when I still had TV, looking for something to watch. And PBS was doing this show. I forget what it was called, but they would bring artists to weird places to do shows, like movie theaters, museums, wherever, and film a show there. And this week, and I've seen a couple before that, and this week it's Ingrid Michaelson. I'm like, I have no idea who that is, but I'll watch a song or two. And the bass player walked out with a Hofner, and I'm like, all right, I'm watching this. How bad can she be if the bass player is playing a Hofner? And I loved her. I was like, I fell in love instantly. I'm like, wow, I really like her. And
yeah.
And her first couple albums were self-produced, which I like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like her. That's why when I was talking about those other artists, because they came out around the same time as her, the 2000s. And I think, there's a lot of good, like, female artists that came out in the early 2000s. Oh, there's that one girl. I can't think of her name. Who's the one that sings Suddenly I See?
Katie Tunstall.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking of her, too. Because they're all, I remember me and my sister used to play that song.
Record companies ruin people like that. They ruined Ingrid Michaelson. They ruined her. They no. We need you to make it more radio friendly, and then
that's what they always say. Yeah. They want it more radio friendly.
They tried to do it with Cyndi Lauper on her second album. For God's sake. Leave them alone.
Isn't like
22 people were popular tonight.
I mean, it's been that way for years, Sam.
Well, I know that. I'm saying they did it with the Bangles, for God's sake.
They did. I mean, they want to have like radio friendly hits.
Nora Jones. Suddenly, Nora Jones comes from jazz. Oh, look, we should do a dance album. Jewel too.
I don't even like the stuff that Jewel did after her first.
Just leave them be. Let them do what they do. They're good at it.
The first couple albums that Jewel did, I was really into her up to maybe about her third album. Yeah. And then after that, I just totally fell off because
like dance album thing. Same thing with Nora Jones. Same thing with all kinds of. Like, just stop it.
I mean, some artists are obviously, they're meant for dance music.
You can even tell sometimes about Ingrid Michaelson, when she got signed to whatever label signed her, suddenly her first album comes out, she's not wearing her glasses on it. Right there, I knew. I'm like, okay,
I mean,
this is not going to be the same.
I should tell you what I picked up last Saturday, since it's still there on stack. I haven't listened to it. I'll be right back.
I'll talk about an artist that I like that I think it's kind of. I'll talk about her. There's this artist I like called Lorde. Her first two albums, fantastic. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with Solar Power. And then she had that other album, Virgin. I love Pure Heroin, and I love her second album. I think both of those albums are solid. Then I just don't know what the heck she was doing. Because some artists, they have two good albums. And then the
record labels go, no.
Yeah, and then the record labels want to change it.
The second album inevitably isn't going to sell as well as the first album. So, okay, this is what we're going to do. And the artist doesn't have a choice. They have to do it. And
I mean, it's like, it's like with the Strokes. The Strokes' first few albums are
Don't
great,
even
but
get me started
but
on
their
that.
new album is pure garbage. I don't even know why the hell.
I thought the last album
Absolutely.
was pure garbage. I haven't heard the new
Oh,
one.
the new Abnormal wasn't even
I
that
bought
great.
the
Why
one
do they
before
wanna-
that.
why do they
I
wanna,
played it
like,
once
have it-
and I sold it. I put it on eBay.
I mean, the
and I
new
sold it.
Abnormal was like mid at best, but the thing
I don't
about it
ever
is
want to hear it
this
again.
new album. This new album, they got so much auto tune on Julian Casablancas.
like, why do you want
it's
to
some
like,
artists
make
do
all
it
your
to themselves.
vocals with
UT's done it to
auto-tune?
themselves.
yeah,
But
but
other
like,
artists don't. You know.
I think like with the Strokes, I can safely say in terms of Strokes, I think the last best album I really liked from the Strokes was probably either Room on Fire or Impressions of the Earth or RCA. After RCA, after they started deciding, hey, we want to, do experimental stuff. Julian, if you want to do what you did with the Voids, that's fine. But don't bring that to a Strokes album. Like,
You want to see a horrible album? Want to see a
Let's
horrible
see.
album?
Let's see it.
That was a freaking horrible album.
That's the dance album.
Oh,
That's the dance
yeah,
album.
that was not a good one.
Yeah, that was a horrible
Made it
album.
the dance album.
Yeah.
You also have
It's
That
Intuition.
actually, that was not the dance album.
That was
But it was
one
so bad
after
album.
Awakening.
The dance album was 0304, but you know what?
Yeah, which the covers were surprisingly similar.
I defend the 0304 because I feel like truthfully, it doesn't really feel like it's an entirely dance album, because if you listen to the entire album, there are songs like Sweet Temptation or Doing Fine or Fragile Heart that I feel like it's really her doing serious kind of music. And what I loved about the entire album is she's working with both Rusty Anderson and Abe Laboriel Jr. from McCartney's band, and then you have Paul Bush now and Dave Levita, which were part of doing some like New Radicals along with Rusty. And I also know Paul. I know Paul Bush now. He's a great bass player. Paul Bush now plays bass on this soundtrack. And he also played bass for Elton John as well on that Songs from the West Coast album. And I actually love that entire album of 304. I never really looked at it because everybody made it seem like, oh, it's this dance album, it's for electronica. But if you look at the credits, they're all using actual instruments. It's actual guitars, actual acoustic guitars, bass, drums, percussion.
Record companies getting involved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care.
Lisa, we should have totally picked up that Osmonds album that we saw for $3.
I know.
It had Wild Horses on it. I was like, $3 for Wild Horses? That's a bargain in itself.
No, we had to pick up. We should have picked up Crazy Horse.
Yeah, Crazy
But
Horse.
I mean,
I made a video. If you go back on my channel,
Or Crazy Horses. Sorry, Crazy Horses.
You can find me doing a sealed to reveal on a promo copy, a sealed promo copy of that album I found. And I didn't know it was a promo. I opened it up and it was a white label promo, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't care if this is an Osmonds album. This is a brand new minty white label promo of an Osmonds album.
I mean, but
yeah, here's what I picked up at Analog though. I mean, the CDs were like $5, between $3 and $5. So except for this one, I paid a little bit more. It was like $8. I have this one on vinyl, but I was like, okay, I'll pick it up on CD. What the hell, why not? Because CDs usually my go-to. This one, I was like, what a deal! $3, $2.99. $2.99. I was like, what a bargain!
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what a bargain!
That's been sonically improved, but still, that's got the 2 radio commercials at the end, though. So
Does it? Oh, it does, huh?
yeah, it's got 2
it
radio
does.
commercials. Well, that's 2 tracks of radio.
Oh,
commercials.
Raspberries. That's got the Hungry Eyes guy in it, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm. So I got that. Then I found this one. Lisa was listening to this in the car.
My favorite.
Not bad for $3. I mean, Arista.
That's been superseded. I mean, it's still a great album, but it's been superseded.
I
so many
mean,
times.
I like everything. The
Then, like I said, for this one, I was like $4. Okay, it's worth it. I was like, it's got the 2 main songs they're known for. It's like, who's going to hate the Romantics? So.
Romantics are a great band. They're again record company interference again. Something they're not were a garage band. They were doing 60s
So wait,
punk when they
that romantic
started,
thing,
and
that
suddenly
does have Talking in Your Sleep on it?
they're on MTV.
Yes, it's on there.
Yeah, then there was this one that was $4. This is the one where I'm going to be like,
Yeah,
I know Tim's going to hate me saying this, but I was like, this has all the freaking Neil Young I think I would need.
Shirley would approve of that.
I know he's hearing that shit.
It has been remastered. I never thought that album sounded particularly good. But still, that's the version I have.
Then this one was only $1.99 because it's an EP, but I've had, like I was saying, I've had this one on vinyl so many times and it sounded like crap. I haven't heard this to see, how it sounds, but usually, like I was saying, Island Records always sound good. They're usually good pressings, but for some reason, this one, just every copy I've had sounded like shit. I've even had new copies, so it's like, you can't say it's because they were used, whatever, but this one was about $3. I was like, okay. I've got a couple of fixed albums, but, CDs though.
Oh, does that one have
now,
does that one have Saved by Zero on it?
Yeah, of course. The two main 80s hits, Saved by Zero, and what was the other one? One Thing Leads to Another.
Yeah,
and Red Skies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Red Skies, another great one.
Yep. Then I found this one for $10. This one, like I said, I could never hold on to a copy of this to save my life. Every time I had one, I don't know if somebody took it or what the hell happened. But I've had a couple of copies of this, and this is going to be like my third copy of this. Beyond and Back, the X Anthology. So I was man, I found this for $10 because this one, I think every time this one, every time I bought it, it's been like 17, 18, 19, 20, even $25. So it's
X is a West Coast thing. I mean, nobody in the East Coast really knows who they are. So
yeah, but this thing was great. It's 2 CD anthology. It has a lot of outtakes, a lot of demos and stuff like that. A lot of the main song stuff. So, but those were that. I was gonna say the week before I had gone to Ross the Cowboy and bought some stuff too, and these he sold me for $3 a piece, when usually they're $5 a piece. But I picked up this one, which I think I have this one on vinyl too. Pretenders and Singles. I'm pretty sure I have this one on vinyl.
That's been superseded too, but still, it's a really good cover.
But with the Pretenders, I have a lot of the albums, so it's but this one's kind of like if I wanted to throw it in the car or something real quick, So I have that. This one was pretty cool because this one I cannot afford on vinyl. This one's almost going for $50, $60 on vinyl. This is the Dead Weather, Jack White's band.
Wow.
Kind of like the Doom.
I've never liked them. I've tried. I just don't get it.
This one, actually, I was really surprised. This one was I think he let me have this one for $2. I was like, pretty cool.
Ooh, the jam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. I was like, oh, cool. Hey, both of you, stop it. Stop it, Tigger. Stop it.
I couldn't see what that was, Dusty. Is that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that
the jam?
Yeah, but what is it? Compact Snap?
Just greatest hits on. Let me see.
Just greatest hits. Okay.
On Polydor, yeah.
Because
there's
one called Compact Snap, which has a lot of alternate versions and stuff.
Yeah, this one I think was just one that probably came out during the '80s. Polydor, catch up probably.
I've got a different greatest hit. I have compact, or it's called something else on vinyl. I forget what it's called on vinyl, but I have it on vinyl, but I don't have it on.
This one must have been sitting there for a while because this one, I haven't played it yet, but it's dusty on the inside and dusty on the inside and outside. It's you feel like it's a thin layer of dust or something. So
it's
somebody obviously didn't put it out. Okay. There you go. Then I got this one for $2.
Ooh.
I was like, cool, Public Image Limited. So I was like, not bad. It goes kind of way back. I don't have a whole lot of Public Image on vinyl, because these are fucking pricey now on vinyl. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of that on vinyl. What else did I get? And then I just got this Howard Jones compilation. I have all his albums on vinyl. So it's just kind of okay, $3-4. Like I said, that was Ross Kelly. I was in a rush. I really didn't have a chance to really look. But he's got where it's you can go through the top, and then he's kind of Porter Sound, where you can pull out the drawers. He has drawers at the bottom you can go through. I'm gonna go one of these days. I might go tomorrow where I can like really sit there and just like spend like the whole day just going through what he has and grabbing a bunch of shit. So I might do that tomorrow. So, but yeah, that's what I've been buying the past couple of weekends, and I've had a chance on my Sundays off or whatever and stuff. But Lisa, she went fucking hog wild on 45s at Analog and they were outside in the heat.
They were 99 cents.
Yeah, she found a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I found some Bobby Darin for 99 cents. I was like, because I don't normally see 45s for that cheap, so I went crazy. When they're 99 cents, of course. I was just like, oh, I found some good 45s too.
That one lady, though, you could tell she was a 45 RPM collector because she knew where the good records were inside the store.
Her name is Visor Lady.
Yeah, we call her Visor Lady, but she was standing right next to Lisa, and what she was doing, she was having Lisa like shop for her too. So she'd be looking at records, and when Lisa would get excited about something, she'd look and see if Lisa was going to put it down, and if Lisa put it down, she'd like pick it up.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So she had Lisa because Lisa, she's extremely fucking vocal. What am I doing on big?
I am vocal.
Lisa's extremely fucking vocal. She has no fucking poker face at all. So she's like fucking sitting there, and she's like pulling out, going, "Oh my god!" Yeah. And she'd fucking be like, "Oh wow." Oh my god!
I've been that way for years.
So people across the street were like, "Oh, that chick found a good record." Fucking hear you across the street and shit. No, so she was like, so the lady was like out there with her daughters, and then her daughter was asking for something. I forgot what it was, and she goes, "Oh, that's inside with the vintage blah blah blah." Like she knew where the good records were. Yeah. Inside. Oh, that's inside over at the blah blah blah.
You guys want to see the album I found the other day? You're gonna be really jealous.
Sweet. Carol O'Connor.
Oh wow! All the family.
I didn't know this existed. I haven't played it yet, but this whole album is just insane. I can't even imagine.
He looks dapper right there.
Look at the inside of the gate.
Oh my god! And it has to have a freaking lounge chair.
Well, yeah, no,
not the chair. Lounge chair. Is that his actual chair, or what does he sing on that? Tell me those were the days is on that thing.
The popular ones. I don't know most of the songs. It's too dark for me to read them, but I don't think I know any.
He actually looks young and good here. Actually,
yeah. How can I leave that behind?
He was a good-looking guy, surprisingly. That is crazy. It's like funny because we were me and this other guy that works at my work. He works over in research and development or whatever, and me and him were having a conversation, and we were talking about older people or whatever. And I was saying, you do realize because we work with a lot of young guys. They're in their early 20s, whatever. We're like the old farts. And I was telling you, I said, what really trips me out is that. I said I was watching some videos on YouTube like I do because that's how all my fucking stories start. And I said I was like watching some videos where they were talking about like Carol O'Connor when he played Archie Bunker, and they were talking about like Fred Sanford when he played Red Fox when he played Fred. They were talking about their ages, and I was like, you know what? They were fucking like my age. I'm like they were like in their 50s, and like Carol O'Connor was like 48 or 49 when he played Archie Bunker.
Yeah,
and I was like,
50 yet.
Yeah, and I was like saying, so, and Edith was about fucking Lisa's age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
wasn't the lady from Brady Bunch my age too when she was in the show?
Who, Alice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just wow.
Or it's like that one meme that they have about the guy from Cocoon.
Yeah, diabetes. He was like fucking my age when he was younger. I think he was like, and so that was a conversation we were having. We were like saying, well, what is it that we look younger now than they did back then? Like, why'd they look older? And I was like, I blame it on preservatives.
I was about to say that. Yeah. I was about to say that. Seriously, I think it's preservatives.
Yeah, I said there's so much preservatives in our food that we're not aging like we should, No. But Jim Swarley said, Tim is remembering you on the Carol O'Connor album. remembering you on the Carol O'Connor. I don't get that, Chips. Gotta clarify there. Mike said, "Get out of my chair, meeting."
Oh yeah, it was hilarious on the show.
Yeah, so I was watching, because like I like sometimes at night I end up watching like some of the shows because you watch them on Prime Video and stuff like that. And I was watching the one with Sammy Davis Jr., which is my absolute favorite fucking episode of All in the Family and stuff like that. I was watching that the other night.
Yeah.
We said Wilford Brimley. I believe he was in a movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I love Jean-Claude Van Damme.
This generation knows him as the diabetes guy.
They made fun of him so many times on Family Guy, and kind of became a meme.
I mean, you remember that one thing on Family Guy where it says, "Come here, diabetes."
Diabetes.
Like, or something like that, and they're rolling him out. It's like, "Can I have that?" And he's like, "No, you can't, diabetes."
Damn, Lamont was portrayed as 34 years old, but Damon Wilson was actually 26.
Wow.
He looked older, though. Yeah, I know.
So
but
sad.
man, talk about, hey, don't mean to offend anyone, but talk about black don't crack. He looked good up until the day he died.
He did.
He looked like he was in his 50s, early 50s. But 34 years old. Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, some people can play older people. But they look older than their actual age, so they can play older people.
The people in their 40s and 50s look so much older then. Yeah, they did. That's what I was saying. I said I blame it on, but then again, it's like you can't blame it on preservatives either, because like people just seem to be healthier also. For some reason, it's like they're more active, thinner, or whatever. And
I think like a lot of that was changing by the 80s, because it'll be the thing where we'll see people coming out in 80s movies, and they were older than the age that they were playing, but they'll get away with it, whereas everybody was, because I think we were going to that conversation last time about Sean Astin.
Yes.
It's like we were talking about, like, Memphis Belle. He was 18 years old when he did that, and then he was back in high school in 1991 doing Encino Man, and then he was back to being 18 years old when he did Rudy. And so it's like he never aged. He stayed 18 for so many years.
Yeah, they couldn't. It's like what is it? What movie was Grease? All of them were like almost pushing. They were in their 30s, almost pushing 40, and they're playing fucking teenagers.
Yeah, the lady who played Rizzo.
Stockard Channing. Yeah. She was like what, 30 something. Yeah, she was like up there. I think freaking Olivia Newton-John was like up there too. Like now that they have 4K definition, 4K fucking copies of Grease, you can see their fucking wrinkles and shit. And I'm sorry, Olivia Newton-John, she was beautiful. She was beautiful. But when you see some of those close-ups in 4K on a fucking 75-inch TV, you see them fucking wrinkles now.
Yeah,
you really do. You can see that.
Again, they made that joke on Family Guy where they watched this girl on the news, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get 4K now on the news. She's gonna look amazing." And then when they put the 4K, they're like, "God damn." and then they took her off and he replaced her with like an even younger girl. Like, sorry, we're chasing newscasters with the 4K.
Like, I don't know what a BX cable is, but I remember watching The Sopranos, and Paulie Walnuts is talking about the new 1080p compatible TVs. In the back then, he's like, yeah. He's like, I got one of those 1080p compatible TVs. I was watching HTV. Carl Malden, fucking nose hairs, as big as fucking BX cables. It's like, oh my God. Even the people in their 20s look like they were in their 40s. Lisa, show us your wrinkles.
I don't have any wrinkles.
I saw
of course you don't
on DVD two Thunderbirds movies, or on Blu-ray the two Thunderbirds movies, and man, it's like how did they do that? Because there are strings everywhere. Because
Yes. How'd they get away with it?
that's not even Blu-ray. That's just 4K. But man, you didn't see them even on the DVD. You didn't really see them. But on Blu-ray, man, there they are.
And talk about having to totally suspend disbelief. I think the thing that has been very fortunate for a lot of those 70s television shows is they were shot on video. So they don't, unless it's been put on film. I'm just saying, to the best of my knowledge, unless it was put on film, they can't really do much with, like, bringing it up to a 4K, print or whatever. But because I don't think they could really do that video.
I mean, I'm against. I think Blu-ray's good enough. I'm not. Because you get older, and there's all these kids that collect all these 4Ks are going to realize as they get older, they can't see it anyway. So
that's what I was going to say.
You get past 40, you can't see it anyway. So
that's what I was supposed to say. I can't see it. I can't see it. It's like, I'm sorry.
Movie talks. All the movie channels are about format now. They're not about the movie anymore. They're just about format.
Even DVD on like a 4K TV still looks pretty fucking good.
Exactly. I still watch Laserdisc. I'm sorry, but good enough. I don't need to see,
Like especially if your Blu-ray player is one of those that's got a 4K upscale, and then you put just a standard DVD in there. I can still tell a little bit of the 4K upscaling effect in it, and it does look pretty sharp.
You know what movie I was watching the other day? Or actually, no, it was today. When we're talking about it the other day, today. I had watched Rocky. And I was watching it it was Rocky 2, not Rocky 1, Rocky 2. And I was watching it in 1080p, and I was enjoying it very much. Everything looked clear. It looked nice and clear. So I just bought a new TV. I bought a new large one, a 75-inch. So I was like looking at it, and I was like going, oh, this looks pretty good. And I was like, okay, because on Netflix they have it in 4K. I was like, let me watch it in 4K since I got the new TV. I put it up on 4K, and I swear to God, the graininess was just fucking horrible. And I just went back to watching it in 1080p.
Well, see, I don't mind. It's a choice. Putting the grain in or putting artificial grain in is a choice.
Yeah.
I think they should leave it how it was shot. If it had a lot of grain, because that's what film is, grain, leave the grain in, don't take it out. But if it didn't have it, don't add it. I'm against. That's why I don't like all of this stuff. Just give me the DVD or the Blu-ray, and I'm happy. And I don't need to ever go beyond that. I'm in my 60s. I'm blind as a bat. I don't care.
Because the grain was. I know that many years ago, before HD came out, or when HD was first coming out, and we had the DLP TVs and stuff, and I was selling televisions and whatever, we had some of the first projectors, the DLP projectors, come out, and they were doing 1080p, but actually we were basically upscaling 480p to whatever we could get it to, close to 720 or whatever, and we were shooting 100-inch screens, which you can go out and buy a 100-inch screen for like $600 or $700 now. It's like, but at that time you had to have a projector to get a picture that big. And I remember looking at all the grain, in it. And I remember the head salesman telling me, the way that you're going to sell it is because when you see the grain, you're going to have to tell people that's supposed to be the natural movie experience. Grain is the natural experience.
One of the people ask me all the time why I don't go to movies. One of the reasons is I miss the grain. I miss film. I'm sorry, I like film. If I want to watch something without grain, I'll watch my TV. I don't see the difference in going to a theater and watching it on TV, to be honest. It's going to be the same thing. Whereas before, if you went to a movie, it was a movie. It was shot on film and shown on film, and that was different than TV. It's not now, so I don't...
I don't know if you watch this guy who's on YouTube. His name is The Movie Collector. Talk about a fucking really original name. But his name is The Movie Collector, and I think he's based in the UK. And what he does, he goes around to different people's houses, different people's like movie setups. I'm talking about people who have like hardcore movie theaters built on their property and shit like that. Because the UK, everybody's got like fucking gardens, and they got these big properties or whatever. But he has a setup where he has different projectors in his home cinema, which is out on his property that he walks out to. You know, he has like, he can play 35 millimeter, 70 millimeter. He collects all these different prints. And I remember him talking about, what was it, a 70 millimeter print of? I forgot what it was, but him and these guys are like watching the 70 millimeter print of some film, and they were talking about the graininess. He's like, oh, I just love it. I love it when I see that, you know, that grain, blah, 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 blah. It just takes me back to 1979, da, 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 you know, and stuff like that. So I get what you're saying about the grain.
Yeah, no,
yes, definitely.
Film is grain. Mm-hmm. That is what it is. So,
I remember there was a movie theater that we had here in Cerritos over in Los Angeles County where I grew up. And it was a 70 millimeter theater. It was United Artists had six theaters inside the mall, and then they had 2 theaters outside, which were A and B. And you would go out to A and B when they would show films like Star Wars or Superman, and you would see them in 70 millimeter Dolby stereo at that time. Dolby stereo was a big deal. If you could actually end up hearing an X-Wing fighter go from left to right, that was a big deal. You didn't have to hear it going around you, just from left to right. People were like, ooh, ah, you know, that was a big deal. I have all the streaming apps, but all I ever watch is old episodes of In Search of on YouTube. You're like, the search for Bigfoot and shit. The Amityville Horror, was it real or was it fake? Stuff like that. There was something about the way they made movies long ago. That's why I like older movies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, I still mostly watch older movies. This year, I'm trying to watch 100 new movies this year. Every year, I try to watch 100 of something in addition to all the other movies I watch. And I'll make it. I watched this the other day. And I won't talk about the movie because I gotta talk about it on Mail's stream. But I bought this, and you guys, if you guys are fans of the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. I bought this movie. It's called Lucia, and you know why I bought it? It sounds like the kind of movies that Elaine dragged Jerry to on Seinfeld. Remember, they always had these movies which is a woman's name repeated twice. It was always like, and I'm like, oh, I have to see this. This is interesting. And that's why I bought it. But this is actually a really good movie. It's a Mexican movie. I highly recommend it. It's great. But it had nothing to do with Seinfeld. But I bought it because of Seinfeld. Ooh, Lucia, that sounds like an Elaine movie.
Cerritos Auto Square. Yep, that was right there. It was. There's a scene in Wayne's World where he's driving along with Tia Carrera, I think was her name. They're in the car, and he's talking about how he just got this CD player. He has a portable CD player. It's a big deal. He had a portable CD player. Well, they're driving to Cerritos Mall from the Auto Square. You can see the bridge and everything. It's like, you know, well, I forgot what the name of the freeway is. I want to say the 57, maybe? I forgot what the name of the freeway is. But he's like driving underneath it, and they're like talking about like, oh, that was shot in Cerritos. And then also there's another part of Cerritos where my friend Andy used to live, and they had a park across the street, and the scene where he gets pulled over, and what's his name? The guy from Terminator 2.
Robert Patrick.
Remember, he turns and goes, have you seen this boy?
Yeah.
That scene was shot like right in front of my friend Andy's house, like at the
park
and stuff. So yeah, he's like, "Have you seen this boy?" Have a great week, everybody. It's been a long week. Yes, it has. I am hot, and I'm like totally not looking forward to Monday, but yeah, I'm loving having 2 days this weekend. Loving it.
Have a great night,
but nighty night.
See you later.
Yeah, but I mean, that movie theater, we went to it so many times. I saw Superman there. There you go. Mine's all the way up there outside Plum Down. They're all up there. I've got my snowman's up there, Abominable Snowman, and my Rudolph is up there. They're out all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I used to love that theater. It was huge. 70 millimeter was like such a big deal. I remember back in the day, 70 millimeter was just like, and it was funny because like, there was this other movie theater that was called, we used to call it the Alondra 6. That was the nickname of it. And it was just these little those 80s, 70s, and 80s little cubicles. You'd walk in there and you'd have like a couple of rows of seats, and then you'd have the screen, and that was it, and stuff. And I remember we went to see Star Wars there after we had seen it in the 70 millimeter, blah, 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 whatever. It was like the movie theater where they would take movies too, where they were at the end of their life, like the movie companies were trying to squeeze whatever they could out of the end of life of the film, type thing. So you would see it there for a couple of bucks. I remember we went in there, my mom was just like, "This sucks," because it was on a smaller screen and stuff.
When I lived in Buffalo, we had this dollar theater, but you actually got, in addition to the movie, you actually got two classic Warner Brothers cartoons too. I mean, for a buck, you go in there and see a movie that's not that old. Bugs Bunny on the big screen, and then the movie. I love that place.
We had this other place too that was called. It was on the corner of Firestone and Studebaker. It was a fucking grindhouse. Norwalk Twin Cinema. When I first started, we used to call it the Cockroach Theater because your feet would stick to the floor and shit. But it was just a horrible thing. It was like an old theater from like the 20s or 30s, but it had a huge screen, one of those places that was like completely ornate inside, And I remember we used to all the parents in the neighborhood dropped their kids off there. Saturday, all the kids would get dumped off there, and they would show us the most horrible films. Most horrible freaking slasher films. I saw Maniac there when I was a kid. Just all these horrible films. And I remember that the screen was just so huge. It was like set up like a 70 millimeter screen. It was set for 70 millimeter or whatever. And then I remember these Asian people took it over. No offense, Lisa. And they thought, instead of have one theater, we have two theaters. We run wall right down the middle. So they ran a wall.
I figured down the middle of 4 theaters. That's
I mean,
I'm surprised they did it.
None taken. Asian people know how to run businesses, so you don't.
Yeah, They were like, instead of have one theater, we have a 2 theater.
Asian people know how to make money.
So the screens got way smaller and stuff, and then they cramped us in even more. We go see those freaking scary movies or whatever.
Well, they're Asian people. I can say it. We're cheap son of bitches.
I've only seen 2 70 millimeter films, but they were both. I'll never forget either one of them because it's an experience seeing a 70 millimeter film.
Oh yeah, I mean it was like amazing because I remember what was the name? It's like the name of the guy he had like this long Oriental name. It was like whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he had the heaviest accent. He'd be like, but I'd be like, what's your name? He's all, my name is, but
he was probably
but just call me Ben.
he was
Benjamin for short. Benjamin for short.
He was more than likely probably Thai because the Thai people have really long ass names.
We had this local theater near where I live in Buffalo. It was walking distance from my house, and they had a 70 millimeter projector. The only one I think in Buffalo at the time. And I saw The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover in 70 millimeter. Oh my God! What a film to see in 70 millimeter! That was the first 70 millimeter I'd ever seen. I was like, wow. Wow.
I remember.
It was a disgusting film, but it was photographed so beautifully, though. And to see that in 70 millimeters, jaw dropping. It was. I mean, it was an artsy fartsy film, but it was pretty crazy. Yeah. And then when they restored Vertigo. They had its premiere at the Uptown Theater in Washington, D.C., which, again, was walking distance from where I lived. And we didn't go to the premiere, obviously, but the week or two after, they had come in there. And I saw that there, too. And I never even I'd seen that movie before. I didn't even
because we're cheap son of a bitch.
Until I saw 70 millimeter. Then I was like, this is a good film.
What is
I remember one summer. I don't even remember how old I was, but I remember the first time I saw The Exorcist in 70 millimeter was at that Norwalk Theater, because he would get older films because it was cheaper. And like I said, the parents would come and they would just like, they pack their kids in there on a Saturday, like dump them off and they go do shopping or whatever. And he would just show us the most horrible films for $1. You know, we'd do like 2 or 3 films for $1. You know, and I think the popcorn was like really cheap, and he would allow the parents to like, you know, take us to the supermarket and we bring in our own food from outside or whatever. But I remember, yeah, he showed me The Exorcist in 70 millimeter, and I remember I had to walk home. And to me, it might as well have been midnight. Me and my friend Danny McMillan, we saw The Exorcist, and we're walking home, and just as it's getting dark, you know. And I used to have to walk down Firestone, and then we'd cross over onto Pioneer and walk under the bridge, under the freeway, under the 5. We had a bridge, and it had these big pillars. It'd be dark there at night. And I just remember we saw The Exorcist and had to walk home under those pillars, and I was so fucking terrified. It so added to the experience. You know, I'd be like, you know. It was like funny. It's like basically like the parents were paying him to scare the shit out of us.
There's
you know?
there's like one horror film that within the first 15 minutes actually fucked me up a little bit, and that I don't remember. I don't remember which I don't remember which one it was, but it was okay, yeah, it was like.
Was it a movie with Brian Wilson?
It was either the 2018 or 2019 version of La Llorona, and I watched it on HBO.
La Llorona.
I watched it on HBO
Yeah.
Max.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to reading it, I didn't know anything about what it was about, right? And then I'm watching the opening scene, you know, she's drowning her kid in the river and everything like that, and I'm watching, I'm like, okay, it's actually kind of fucking me up a little bit.
You know,
And then it
I
cuts to
feel ya.
modern day, and it basically turns into a freaking modern day slasher film.
You know
But,
what scared
like,
the shit out of
what-
me, Mason?
What messed me up so
Leprechaun.
much about it, though,
Uh-huh.
to find out that this situation might have actually happened.
Yeah, it did happen. La Llorona, don't mess with that bitch.
It's
Well,
Mason
send
in a Is Mason in a basement?
Mason's in a fish
Is
tank.
Mason in a
I
basement?
really don't know what's going on with my mic.
He's underwater.
He's underwater. He's all. I was wondering. Just kidding.
I don't know, you guys. Ever since hackers took control of my internet, I don't really know anymore.
That's okay.
It's probably you're probably just having a bad day on your internet, but I remember also another movie that I remember shocked the shit out of us. Another shocker was when I saw the original Maniac. I remember we all went in there, same thing. I was a kid. We all pile in there. I had to have been like, what? Maniac came out in like 81, so I had to have been like 10, 11, something like that. I was born 72. Yeah, so I was under 10 years old, I think. And they turn around and they dump me off. And then the first scene is him jumping up on the hood, and he ends up blowing that guy's head off, just boom, with a shotgun and shit. And I was like, everybody there was like, and of course, all the older kids are throwing popcorn, going, yeah, you know, going crazy and stuff. But yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I had a lot of good times at that movie theater, man. I remember going to see Fade to Black. That scared the shit out of me too. Stupidest movie. It was about this guy who he goes around murdering people, but he's so obsessed with film that he dresses up like different characters from movies to murder people. Like when he dresses up like Dracula, and when he dresses up like some old freaking cowboy character, and just it was yeah. Just I never knew what I was gonna see.
I just gotta say for the record, the TV trailer for the Shining movie messed me up more than the entire movie. Just that shot of the elevator and then the pool of blood and the gay music in the background, that was enough to be like, hey, this is not your typical horror film.
Yeah.
Loserless says, I saw the Pippi Longstocking films on the big screen. Now that's horror.
Yeah, I've seen those.
I was a sick kid, Loserless. I actually had like a little bit of a crush on freaking the original Pippi Longstocking. you know. But it's like funny because I think I saw some on YouTube. Not the new Pippi Longstocking, the original Pippi Longstocking. I forgot her name was. She was a redhead, and she had so many freaking freckles. It was like weird. Like she was almost like her whole face was almost like one big freaking freckle. You know, but
I didn't know there was more than one film.
Yeah, there is. There's the original one.
There was like 4 or 5 of them, maybe like even more than that, 6 or 7.
I don't remember. They showed us one of the films in grade school, and I don't remember if it was OD or
Did you say OD?
Or not.
Did you OD
Because
over
I haven't
Longstocking?
visited anything of that subject matter since then. So I don't know. I don't know.
Weren't those films from like Norway or some shit?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, and that made it.
They were dubbed, yeah.
You know,
you can see the original films. You can see them on YouTube. You can see them originally in Norwegian on YouTube. I know. Where's Zeb? Zeb's like, oh, she said blah blah blah.
No, like he can confirm it because he lives in Norway.
Well,
I did not know that they were Norway fans.
Yeah, they were Norwegian.
I think the book is by a Norway author.
It's kind of like a glimpse into like Zeb's childhood.
Are you sure it's Zeb's childhood or my childhood?
Exploitation guy that did all the Mexican films. I think he imported those. Would hire people to dub them, and they would dub them. They would change the dialogue to try to match the mouth movement, so they never made sense. Same thing with all the Mexican wrestling films and all of that stuff. I forget the guy's name. But yeah, they would write new dialogue that kind of went with it, but that matched the mouth movements, kind of.
It's like
that's how he made it funny. Is it Irving Claw? No, it's not Irving Claw. What's the guy's name? I forget his name. But yeah, he did a lot of it. All of that.
There was even a Pippi Longstocking TV series in the 60s. I remember that I used to see them on Channel 5, Hal Linden. He had the family film something or other, family film something or whatever, and it would be on Sunday afternoons, and he would play like old Popeye cartoons, old ass Popeye cartoons, and then he would play freaking Pippi Longstocking films and shit like that. So
I love the old ass Popeye cartoons.
Like I
they used to watch them all the time.
When you're whatever age I was when they showed it in grade school, they played it up as if that whatever film that was only film. I didn't know it was possible.
Interesting.
Like I said, it's been too long. I don't even remember what the film was about. I just know that we saw it, and then there it was. It was good, and it was over.
Get the dude, Star Trek, you're fucking with me. Oh wait, no, Tammy Aaron, she was the new Pippi, though, was it? She's not that, because the other Pippi was the 60s. The Pippi I'm thinking of.
No.
You're thinking about the new Pippi.
Might even started.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah, look that up then.
What the hell happened? Oh, did sound went out?
Yeah.
No, I think he muted himself.
Oh, okay. Well, he was muted anyway. I couldn't hear him.
Well, holy shit! I just found out from pictures I saw on Facebook. Today was my 25th year high school reunion.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Now again.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, the new Pippi Longstocking was bad looking. So, yeah, she's on Nick's hamster now. Okay.
It was off.
Let me see here.
What was that guy's name? But he's famous. The guy I'm talking about imported that the Santa Claus movie where Santa Claus goes up against the devil. That's the kind of stuff that he did, and he would bring in Pippi Longstocking and Mexican wrestling movies and Mexican horror movies. Double.
Wow. Well, shit, I didn't miss out on much with my high school reunion. The people look miserable in the pictures. Glad I skipped. I don't go to those reunions. You know what they said? Lisa's not going to show up. They always say that about every reunion that they have, and they're right. I don't show up. Somebody's like, you should show up. We'll pay you, and I was like, nah, I'm not showing up.
No.
Damn, Pippi was on some drugs.
Just had and the coat and the cut.
This fabric will look extremely good on you, madame. It's a fantastic quality. Feel how soft it is. Yeah, really wonderful. What do you want here?
I'm looking for a black.
Yeah, like we can play the whole clip. We'll get copyright flagged for that for sure.
And no, depends. Depends on what it is.
And some other news, this is really amazing. This is like news that I think me as a fan have been waiting for about 25 years, possibly longer. Yeah, it is 25 years. Because
let's see here.
Because 3 weeks ago, we just got a new song from Michelle Branch called "The Game of Love." She did this before with Santana, but now she's teamed up with the original songwriter Greg Alexander as the New Radicals.
Cool.
And now there's a new song that came out yesterday, also by the New Radicals. And the cool thing is, it's not a song that he just pulled out of the vaults and he polished it up and released it. It's a brand new song that he wrote. So I think we're gonna get like a actual New Radicals new album. Which I think a lot of fans have been waiting for many years to see happen.
Well, that's great. I only remember that. I only remember that one song by him.
Yeah,
So I never delved past that one song.
How many albums did they have?
They only had one album. It was called Maybe You've Been Brainwashed Too. But here's the amazing thing, and Todd in the Shadows made a video about this too. And that is, there was another song that was on that album that was supposed to have been the follow-up single called Someday We'll Know. And the interesting thing about that song is that song got covered 2 years later by Mandy Moore. And the one guy from, I forgot what the fuck his band was from, Silverfoot or something like that. Or I don't know.
Let me get the camera. I'm right back.
Switchfoot?
Yeah, Switchfoot.
Yeah.
It was him and that guy that they did that song together. And then about a couple years later, America and Hall & Notes would also cover that song as well.
Cool.
And Todd Shadow says, this is weird. I'm not used to a lot of these follow-ups to a one-hit wonder song actually doing great and gaining a lot of this attention, you know.
Yeah.
But apparently, you know, like America was listening and Hall & Notes was listening, Mandy Moore was listening, and so they covered it. And so it really showed that, you know, that people were really paying attention to this guy. And I think anybody that was like a fan of his were like really saying like, you know, he should not have broken up the New Radicals. But he broke up the New Radicals because he felt, he kind of sensed that, well, my band's going to become a one-hit wonder anyway. So I'm just going to call the band quits right now and just go be a songwriter producer and stuff like that. But the amazing thing is he ended up producing and songwriting for so many people, like this girl named Carly Hennessy, Melanie C, Michelle Branch, Roland Keating, Sophie Alex Bextor. And the cool thing is, on all of these recordings that he produced and wrote the songs for, he used the same musicians that were on the New Radicals albums, New Radicals album. So in a way, if you take all these songs that he did with all these other artists, it's basically 2 or 3 more New Radical albums, but with different singers. Because he loved using the same musicians and stuff, and even he will play guitar on those songs as well. So really showed like there was like a lot of strong interest in what he was doing. And then in 2014, he did the soundtrack to that movie Begin Again, which starred Keira Knightley and Mark Ruffalo, and he even got a Grammy for Best Song, which was the song Lost Stars. And again, that entire soundtrack, same musicians of New Radicals were playing on it. And there's even some songs on there that he himself performed as well, alongside Keira Knightley, CeeLo Green, and Adam Levine. So it really goes to show you that there's a strong interest in this, in New Radicals, and for them to do new music and get again and do a new album. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, they're big fans.
Well,
they're
when did that one album come out? Their only album was.
I think they're like their dedicated fans will be very excited about New Radicals music, but anybody who is outside of it probably maybe somewhat.
It came out in 1999, but the single "You Get What You Give" came out in 1998.
See, for some reason, I thought the album and song came out in 1996. I'm sorry that I'm a couple of years off.
No, in 96, actually, they, because he works a lot with Danielle Briswald, and if you guys know your TV, you know the name Danielle Briswald. She played Archie Bunker's niece in both All in the Family and then Archie's Place, and then she was also part of the original cast of Annie and stuff. But then she became a songwriter, and she worked a lot with Greg Alexander on his second solo album called Intoxifornication, and then she did her album called Arrive Over You. Great album too, and same thing. A lot of the musicians that was on that album were played on the New Radicals album as well. You had Rusty Anderson, Tim Pierce, and a lot of those guys, and they're also working with a guy named Rick Knowles, which Rick Knowles was known for doing "Heaven Is a Place on Earth," and he also worked with my friend Billy Steinberg. But it is the sad thing of New Radicals breaking up, because I think everybody was so amazed by that song, "You Get What You Give." Everybody praised it. The Edge from U2 said it was like one of the best songs ever made. Joni Mitchell said that "You would give us like the only song that ever excited her these past 20 years. And Ice-T even gave it props, which is weird because we never thought that Ice-T would listen to a song like that, but he did. So a lot of the people, a lot of music fans really love what he did. And it really goes to show you that a lot of people were listening in, because Clive Davis was like, I need another song for Santana that would be better than Smooth by Rob Thomas. So there, he was listening in, and so he's like, I'm gonna get that guy from New Radicals to write a song for Santana.
And thus, the Game of Love is born.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I only remember that album.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, was a good album. Oh, what is that upside down? What the hell is that?
I don't know much apart from that album.
But yeah, I've been like her promoting the new version of the song on like TikTok, the recorded version. I'm like, it's at least people as great as sounded music. It's not a little better.
And the beauty thing,
I do miss that feeling of the Santana guitar.
And the beauty thing about the Game of Love was like, the song already sounded like a New Radical song anyway. You just take away Santana's the guitar part, That's the New Radicals right there. It was just the same musicians. Rusty Anderson is playing on that song as well, because Rusty is someone that Greg Alexander loved to work with on a lot of his recordings, because he met Rusty through Billy Steinberg and Rick Knowles. So it's like, you have like, the amazing Rusty Anderson on that album and stuff. And
I just kind of lumped them in with like bands like this,
Yeah.
yeah.
like Len and stuff like that. But I have a lot of 90s CDs. Like, I have a lot
But
of 90s.
if you watch this video that Todd in the Shadows did of You Give, You Give, you'll be amazed at what he says about Greg Alexander, because it's so astonishing of like, what he accomplished. And he used even off of all the songs that he wrote for other artists. The biggest song, the song that got a very big resurgence in the past 3 years was Murder on the Dance Floor, by Sophie Alex Bextor. That song came out in 2001, but it never came out here in America until it was used in some show that came out 3 years ago. And then all of a sudden, everybody on TikTok and on Instagram were using Murder on the Dance Floor. And
that was in that movie Saltburn.
Yeah, Saltburn.
It was the whole bat scene. Yeah.
Wasn't that the movie about the kid who was like, he has superhero powers, but he's like evil or some shit?
No, I don't think so.
Or am I thinking about something else? Thinking of some other movie.
I'm thinking of something. Barry.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Barry Keoghan was in it, and I think Jacob Elordi.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Burn Something Else. It was called Burn Something Else or whatever.
Burn Notice.
No, it was called something. I forgot what it was. I think the like cover of the DVD had like a picture of a kid with like a cape on or some shit. It was supposedly he had like these superpowers, but he was evil or some shit.
That sounds like the premises of a lot of movies.
But speaking of movies, what I was going to say is, I know Mayo did a video not too long ago where he was at Barnes and Noble because he was doing the 50% off Criterion collection.
July 50% Criterion.
What I was noticing was, and my question was, those Criterions as he was looking at, are those 4Ks and Blu-rays, or is like Criterion still like pushing DVD?
No, he was mostly Criterion's pushing Blu-ray and 4K. They're not pushing one over the other these days.
Okay,
but more of that than Blu-ray. Blu-ray's finally caught up with DVD. It's about they sell close to the same now.
Okay, about the same price roughly. So I know that you can get Blu-rays,
especially on 4Ks or Blu-rays aren't much cheaper than 4Ks on Criterion, to be honest. Both really expensive.
Star Trekker said, "Have you all seen the ads for the new Ryan Murphy show called The Shards?"
Yeah.
It's very interesting that I saw like the two actors that are in the movie. One of them is Cindy. What's her name? That model. Cindy
Crawford.
Cindy Crawford's daughter's in it, and Richard Gere's son. Richard Gere's son Homer is in it.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. I think the movie, the TV show, if I remember correctly, takes place in 1981.
Yeah, and it's actually a true story too. The guy that directed it also wrote it, and it's all about his experiences of trying to make it as a writer in LA in 1981, and actually witnessing what was going on with these serial killer that was happening around that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking. I think I know which one you talk about. Not Golden State. It'll come to me later.
It'll come to me.
Yeah, we had quite a few crazy people.
I'm gonna go. I know y'all probably
can't hear you.
Oh,
you sound like you're talking over a pilot intercom, talking to the people on the airplane.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it the browser I'm using now?
I don't know. You sound like you're on an airplane.
I'm not sure if it's your browser or like your mic.
You sound muffled.
I don't know if you. Yeah.
Well, I do apologize for my
Don't have to
No, no
apologize.
problem.
You don't have to apologize. It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I show half of my face.
I'm gonna try to work out. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says you sound like an
I'm
AM
gonna
radio
go ahead and
station.
head off for the night. Actually, well, there'll be hours of the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get
Nice having you, Mason.
Well, it's okay, Mason, because I'm going to log off right now anyway, because we've been on here for like 3 hours. So
Yeah.
I'm like tired.
Yeah, well,
But-
all right. Well, take care, everybody.
All right, take care, Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Mason.
All right. Hi, Belle. You came in just as I'm about to leave. Poor
Yeah, it
Belle.
must be at like about 3 a.m. where she is.
Mm-hmm. All right then, guys. It was fun having everybody back together, the old crew. We gotta do this again. Maybe next weekend, because like I said, now I've got Saturdays and Sundays off, so I can do Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, Belle?
I'm not even paying for StreamYard anymore though, because I'm on the free plan. So there you
Yeah,
go.
I've been on the free plan for years.
I don't know why you
paid for-
ever did.
Yeah,
You know what? It was a waste of money. I wasn't using it hardly at all.
you weren't. I was
You
telling you
know.
to use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not
And I think
working.
StreamYard. I think StreamYard now. I don't even think they limit you on your free plan anymore, like they used to.
No,
It's
they
like,
don't.
Nah.
yeah, it used to be like limited to you only had so many hours a month or whatever.
Well,
Now they don't even
well,
limit it. They're like whatever.
I don't know if you guys know Doc Dacus has been paying for it, because I don't know if they
Mhm.
did it to everybody, but they took away his ability to insert things, and without his comedy, he thinks he can't do the show without his little bits. So
Oh, really? Hmm.
he paid for the whole year. He paid for like $550 Canadian or something for the whole. Like, ridiculous.
Pulling his eyes out my T-shirt. There you go.
Uh-huh.
We're still a thing, people.
Yeah, I don't have mine. I mean, I don't have the little videos and stuff like that. I mean, they're all there, but I can't use them unless I pay for it. And I'm just like,
He can't
Mhm.
use them either, so he paid for it.
yeah, because like it was like 40. They're trying to give me a 50% off, but that would still be like 20 something bucks. I'm like, I don't even know how often I'm going to stream, you know.
I mean,
So
you
I don't
didn't
even know
even
if it's
stream.
worth that.
You didn't even stream
You know,
that much
so-
when you paid for it anyway. I was telling you it's not even worth
Mhm.
it. You weren't doing
Yeah.
that much. You're paying close to $50 for it a month.
Yeah, and I think I was like, I was probably like streaming like maybe once or twice, once
were
a month, maybe
streaming-
if that.
Yeah, you're streaming once or twice a month or once every other month.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't even worth it to me, but I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I've
You
been
should
like,
get some
even
sleep.
today, even though today was my day off, I had all kinds of stuff I had to do today. So it's like I
Get
didn't even
some
get to
sleep.
really sleep. So, but
Was
Yeah,
one of the things that you did today?
unfortunately, no, it wasn't. I had to go get shoes and socks. That's what I did today. I didn't do that, but I'm sure I'll get around to that sooner or
2027.
later. But yeah, I guess we can just because I'll be off next Saturday. We can probably do something on next Saturday. I'll send links out or whatever, or stop by. Put the
People
links out or something,
enjoy. They enjoy us all on stream together.
My new
It's you,
single will
Lisa.
be out next weekend too. So yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
My new
Sweet.
show starts next Saturday morning, so.
I don't have a new
Sweet.
show, but
And I
hey,
think
And
my
Lisa's
best
OnlyFans.
episode I ever did is up this week, by the way, of the old
I
show.
still remember that time when
The-
Jeff
the
had an
step-
OnlyFans.
Oh, I think that's a very interesting one.
Snap, crackle, pop. snap.
Lisa's gonna get a new dress next weekend too.
No, I'm gonna
There you
get a
go,
new
yeah.
OnlyFans. Just
Lisa's
kidding.
gonna get a new dress. I found a new dress, and it looks so great. It looks so. You know what it reminds me of? That movie, It's Pat, when she's talking about going to get. She's all, yeah, I was trying to contemplate what bathrobe I was gonna get, so I decided on delicious tan one.
Well,
And she like
remember,
thinks everybody's like really listening. You know?
well, remember the one thing about Lisa, she buys it when it's on sale. She doesn't pay
There you
retail.
go.
I'm not gonna pay retail for things if I can.
Look at Belzo. I love that. I love that.
It's
But
like
that's what she
it's
said.
like you heard of Wood Girl. She makes what she needs. Lisa is
Mhm.
Dress Girl. She buys what she
Whoa,
needs.
well, in the past, I'll admit, Paulina, in the past, I never really gave a care about my look. In the past, I was just all about ugly clothing. Now I do care.
Well, clothing that makes you look like you're naked or not.
No, like frumpy
Yeah.
clothing. Frumpy clothing. He used to wear a lot of like sweatshirt and pants.
You're from clothing. Well, you got to get a great shirt like me. Look at Hiss and his kitties.
Well, mine says
Oh, that's cool.
support your local record store.
They'll look like my kitty Tigger. That's what my kitty Tigger would look like if he was all the members Kiss.
I mean, we
But
all
it's
got
Hiss.
things that we
There you
like,
go.
Paulina.
This is
I'm not
this
spending
is
it on
my
drugs.
this is my brother's clothing line. They're called Wasteful.
Nice.
Stuff like this.
Nice. So everybody go and check out Tim's last episode of Snap, Crackle,
Yes,
and Pop.
Check it out.
And also keep an eye on him because he's going to be doing something this week. You're going to have that new podcast?
New show starts. Should be up Saturday morning. It's done. So all I gotta do is put it up when the time comes.
Are you going to be doing it on the same server, or are you going to be doing it on your YouTube?
Everything is going to be snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. None of that's changing. It's just too hard to change it, and why? People actually know this.
Yeah.
So why? So I'm not going to be the same address. It's just a different show.
Cool. And then Lisa's OnlyFans should be up by next week. That'll be good.
I know, and the only person that will pay for it is Zeb.
All 4 videos that you have there, Lisa.
Yeah, Zeb's gonna be like, Dusty, I paid for this, and it sucks.
It's going to be Lisa eating. Lisa's eating a freaking sandwich. So. Well, you wanted OnlyFans content.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's only for
me
my
eating
fans.
No, it's gonna be me eating a KFC famous bowl.
There you go. Yeah. That would be the funniest shit, though.
I
It's for you
mean,
to actually start.
ASMR.
Yeah, I know exactly.
if you think about it, you don't have to be naked on OnlyFans. You can do
No,
anything
OnlyFans
like
was not like Tim had said. OnlyFans was not what OnlyFans was originally established for. It was supposed to be so you could have extra content like Patreon.
I mean,
So people could see extra stuff.
The fact that people pay for
But
that
it was
each
designed
month.
for internet celebrity kind of people.
Yeah.
You can get to know
I mean,
people that
think
you watch.
about it. Somebody's out there paying each month for somebody's OnlyFans so they can get a little bit of action.
At least I can't afford to see either. Said, thank God falls around the corner. But my bill has been like, my last bill was $317, which is pretty low for me. And I'm pretty sure this next bill with this heat wave we've been going through is going to be at least $4.
Well,
But fuck that.
I didn't put my air
Pay it to
conditioner on
die.
right now.
But
We were hot, and then we've had a cold streak, and it's been getting warmer. I haven't had my air conditioner on in almost a month, maybe, which is.
Well,
it's warm in here. It's probably 82 in my house, but that's not so bad.
82. Yeah, 82's doable. But Lisa, did you see Lisa the last fucking stream she did? She looked like she had just jumped in a fucking pool.
Yeah.
She was wet. Oh, that sounded nasty. OnlyFans.
She was sweating bullets, and then I looked at my phone. I was like, "Girl, it's 74 degrees outside where you're at. Open up a window."
Open a freaking window, man. It's okay. It's okay. Open a window.
Maybe I'm going through hot flashes, but that's for another day.
You're premenopausal. Well, you're 43. It's getting there.
It is. But you know what? I think it's because I think I was moving something prior to doing a stream and I got sweaty. I was cooking something.
Yeah. At least it's going premenopausal. She gets cranky and shit, too.
I don't know why I'm getting so sweaty at night.
She needs one of these.
Then she's been
I have.
years.
I have that in the background. You see? That in the background.
She's all like, you're gonna have all kinds of fans. Gonna be like, I'm surrounded by my fans.
But I have.
That's her only fan.
No.
That's my only fan.
Lisa has an only fan. It's right there on her desk.
No, I also have an air conditioner, but I only turn it on for like 5 hours in the day. I use it all night because I don't want the electric bill to go crazy.
Yeah, Lisa freaking turned around and got an air conditioner. She skyrocketed into the 2000s.
Well, okay.
There
we
you
got
go.
we got the air conditioner like almost 2 years ago, my dad went and bought air conditioners for all the for my room and my sister Angela's room, and these air conditioners were like $300. My dad bought some nice air conditioners for us, so I finally decided, fuck it, I need to use it. So I installed it today.
This damn microphone, I swear to God. Like I said, but I don't want to invest in a new one because, like I said, I'm streaming off of. So I'm like, maybe it just needs a new cord.
Yeah.
Maybe it just needs a new cord or something.
I mean,
this won't be anything to you. I'll show you something real quick before I leave. But I found this in my thrift store, and I used to have an old one of these, but it wasn't nearly this nice. I got this for $30. I've been using a mic mixer to do my podcast that runs on batteries for the entire time I'm doing it, and I found this thing for
nice.
It's mint. Wow. It's like minty, this thing, and it actually has a cord. It plugs in, and it has. My old mixer didn't have cue. It sort of had cueing, but it didn't have crossfading. It didn't have. This has tone control. It has a little equalizer for each thing. This thing is, and it weighs. This thing probably weighs 10 pounds. I know it's small, but there's a lot of stuff here. And I was like, holy crap, this is at my thrift store. I'm like, that's coming home with me.
That is sweet.
It's like, you ever not know you need something, and then you see it, and you go, oh, I need that. That was this. I need this. I haven't hooked it up yet, obviously.
Nice VU meters, too. Nice big, chunky VU meters.
No, I had the cheap version of this, which was probably like $80 when I bought it. It only had 4 of these things, and it didn't have any of the crossfading or any of that stuff. Just very basic. It did have the VU meters, and it probably weighed a pound. This thing weighs like 10 pounds and is just full of technology. And I haven't even plugged it in to see if it works. I guarantee it works. I mean, look at the shape.
I bet you that thing's probably built like a freaking tank. That's probably like late 70s, early 80s. I'm thinking right there. Realistic. Yeah.
Most likely late 70s. Same time I bought mine.
Realistic. That was like Radio Shack, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which is silver and a mic mixer. I bought that at Radio Shack too because I didn't know where else to go. They didn't even make anything like that anymore. The thing I use now is basically for mics, and this thing is for whatever you want to use it for.
What I was thinking? I was like the other day because I have a pair of speakers there that have blown tweeters, and I was like sitting there because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like going, I remember, I would be able to go to Radio Shack or go to another store and find tweeters, just buy replacement tweeters and replace them myself. And I was like, I really can't do that now. It's like I have to order from Amazon or something.
Yeah, no, you can't buy anything now. That's my problem with the world, is you can't buy anything anymore.
It's like if I want the immediate satisfaction, I can't just go to the store and buy it. It's like I got to order from Amazon and wait a day or two for it to get here.
I don't know how online businesses stay in business, because you go to something like a record store and you're going to walk out with a bunch of stuff you didn't know you wanted. You might not have even known it existed. And now you got to actually know what you want and go look for it. Where before you just bought things that you didn't even know, like that. You didn't know you needed that. And I need that, and I don't know how anybody survives in selling anything anymore, whether it's a store I still get, but that I don't get it, because you don't.
Have you watched this other guy? There's this guy who has a YouTube channel. It's called Thrifttronics. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say he has a really cool channel.
To be honest, I don't personally like him. I don't think I'd like to meet him or anything. But I in fact, I tried to stop watching him, but I usually fail and wind up watching him. But,
he buys a lot of cheap stuff too, I've noticed. But but sometimes he buys some good stuff.
He'll pass up. This is why I don't like him. I wind up screaming at his videos because I'll see something that's amazing, but he's like. I gotta tell you, most silver electronics is crap. 90% of it is just crap. And
early 2000s shit.
Late 80s, early 90s electronics, and that's when it's crap.
Yeah, because he gets a lot of that early 2000s, like all in
yeah.
like he'll turn around, he'll buy like an all-in-one
I
DVD
would
player
never,
stereo
ever
system or
buy.
something like.
Yeah.
It's horrible shit. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh god, it's horrible.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, there's another guy that I watch too. Is called Spare Time Repair.
is great.
Yeah.
What's his name? I even know his name, but I forgot. It's like Aaron or something, but that's not it.
I've learned so much about him. I've repaired so many freaking CD players that I found in thrift shops because of him. That I found. Yeah. Speaking of the one that I gave to Lisa that she still doesn't use.
And
I will
moving
figure
again.
a
This
face
guy
for it.
moves more than anybody I've ever. He's only been on YouTube like a year or something like that.
Really?
He was in the UK when he started. Now he's in America, but he's moving again. I'm like, how many
my
times
God.
do you have to move? It's like, my God.
Yeah, trying to explain to Lisa how to hook something up is like trying to explain to Mason.
Well, I'm not an expert with electronics. That's the problem.
Well, how much of an expert do you have to be to just take an RCA plug and plug it?
Plug red into red, plug
white into white.
I plugged it in, but then it screwed up with my turntable, so now I gotta find out a spot for it.
You know, the thing I don't understand is that
it worked, but it screwed up my turntable, and I don't.
Because she has the Edifier speaker, so what I was trying to do is, for one thing, I was like, she was taking regular RCA plugs. I gave her regular RCA plugs with it, and she was trying to plug those into the back thing. She's like, it's not plugging in. It won't go all the way in. I'm like, why? I was like, what the hell's going on with this? You know, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go over there and hook this thing up myself. And then she just plugged it in and had it playing. And then she said that it was what you were saying. It was making your turntable make noise or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, how is a CD player making your?
Or
how is it making the turntable make noise? I'm like,
I don't know.
Like, it's the Bermuda Triangle of Lisa's room, is what it is.
I'm just, I set up my turntable. I mean, at least give me a little tiny bit of credit. I got my turntable working, but yeah, I'll figure it out again one day. I mean, I
used that CD player and I hooked it up to all kinds of different receivers and speakers and no problems. Played everything back.
I don't know what is up with
me. I'm like, take it to Lisa's and it gets stuck in the Bermuda Triangle of Lisa's room.
Well, I did play the White Stripes on it for a bit. I did play the White Stripes.
Yeah, so I was like, so next time I get something, I'm like, I'm gonna give that to Lisa. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give that to Lisa. I'm like, that's not gonna happen. I'm like, nah, she's not gonna use it.
Oh, well, that's okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, because you know what the thing about it is, I set it up, right? I had it set up. I know how to do RCA cable, but for some reason, and I think maybe just the speakers next, the CD player next to the turntable did something to the turntable. But I gotta go find. My dad has my backups. I have these. My dad has my backup speakers. The what is it? The Logitech. I ought to go ask them where they are.
But it should work with the Edifier. I don't know what's going on there. I would have to seriously. I'm sure I would go there and hook it up and have it hooked up in like 2 minutes.
Why do you think that's why I asked you. That's why I asked you for. Sorry, my face looks like crap right now.
I ended up hooking it up and Lisa was like, "Oh, okay."
No, you know the thing. You know the thing about it is when you hook it up, then I'll be like, "Oh, that was easy." Because me on my own, like I have to watch a video on how to hook up things. I can't do things without visual videos.
Oh, so I don't plug one in there and stick one in my nose. Oh, so that's why it wasn't working.
I am not Ralph from Simpsons sticking glue sticks up my nose.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Tim? I'm sorry.
Have you ever watched Radio TV Phono now?
No, I haven't.
I watch him sometimes.
I'm not recommending his channel, okay? He goes off on talk. But he's a good friend of Shango. They've even done videos together, even though he lives in like the deep south somewhere, and Shango lives But this guy is nearly blind, and he fixes electronics, which I find it just gives me encouragement, you know, to I should be trying things that I need to fix.
I should
and
be if
stuff
a blind guy can.
I
fix
say I
everything.
can't see, but this guy really can't see, and he fixes stuff all the time.
That's why I like seeing those repairs where they repair old radio stereos, DVD players, TV sets, and the like. Yep, I watch
Yeah.
a lot of them. See,
Radio
Lisa, this
TV
guy is like
another one.
this
I
guy is
know.
like the Stevie Wonder of freaking stereo repair, and I bet you he would be able to hook up that CD player.
Yeah, oh
Well,
no,
you
he
know,
can
I
do it in a
feel-
heartbeat. He can do it in a heartbeat.
I feel a
Yeah.
blind guy can do it. Why am I having issues
No.
with a blind guy who can't even see?
For this, he is legally blind. He can
Uh-huh.
see. He has some vision, but he's legally blind.
Damn.
Mm.
Never
Way to
driven
show
a
me.
car.
Way to
He's
show me
from
I'm blind,
birth.
guy.
You know, it's not from birth.
Show me a blind guy.
Well, you know the thing about
Uh-huh.
it is, I had the CD player working for like 5 minutes, and then I was playing like a bunch of CDs on it,
Mhm.
and then I don't know what I'm just gonna have to make space. I'm just gonna have to make space and get that CD player up and running.
You,
again.
you groovified it.
Do you listen to 30 seconds of a song and then turn it off and play another
No,
one?
no, no, no. It was
If you had
starting to
it
make
hooked up
some
for
weird
5
noise.
minutes and you played a bunch of CDs.
No, I
Yeah,
played a
for 5
bunch of
minutes. I
White
listened to
Stripes.
80 CDs.
I played a bunch of White Stripes. and That's
She
very
put
funny.
in 8 in it once. That's what happened. She put 8 CDs
Yeah.
in it.
Well, I was never an expert at those things, but hey,
Mhm.
I'm not like an expert at electronics, but
Yes, you
Once
just
I
took
get
like
it
a
set-
whole stack of CDs and put it
once I
inside
get it
of
set it up,
Yeah.
I do use it. I do use it once I get it set up.
Dwayne says, I do watch Radiophone TV Nut, Shango66, Jordan Peer, and 12 Volt Vids, a Canadian.
I've seen. I know who Jordan Peer is, but I've never watched him. And I do watch 12 Volt Vids occasionally. I used to watch him a lot, but I only watch him.
Those old radio stereos and TVs they repair are pretty cool.
Dwayne, do you know about my mate Vince? He doesn't put out that many videos, but he's the guy that got me started watching all these repair videos. Because he's
Sorry, my mom
my
needs help
mate
with
Vince. You know, that's what he is.
Mhm.
He's a guy, as soon as you hear him talk and stuff, you're like, man, I want to go have a pint with this guy. He's my mate Vince. It's the perfect
Why am I
name.
sweating like a
It's
log?
the perfect name. So, you know, so I watch my mate Vince, but he only puts out a video like once a month or something.
Mm. Well, an hour ago I said I was going to get off here, so
Yeah.
I'm going to get off here
Yeah.
now. So, right then, well, I'll talk to everybody later. I guess, hopefully we'll do something next week. Hopefully.
Yeah, nice seeing you
Um,
guys.
Yeah. So, like I said, just keep an eye out, and we'll go ahead and we'll put out the links, stuff like that. So, talk to you later, Paulina. Talk to you later, Tim. Lisa's off Code Brown, pinching it off somewhere, something like that. So, but good night, everybody. All right, bye.